That's strange. But anyways, I'm assuming we're gonna help Martin with his preparations. Like I said last time when we ended the stream, we saw that yes, Martin was dripped out in the armor that we got him. Now we only got him the cuirass. I'm not sure where he got the rest of the stuff. Because I'm pretty sure that's the Emperor's cuirass, the cuirass of Imperial Septum, or the armor of Tiber Septum specifically, which looks like a fancier version of the blade armor. So yeah, Martin's all dripped out, and he probably wouldn't be dressing like that if he wasn't ready to throw down. So he probably has stuff he wants to do, and in fact, they've even mentioned a plan that they wanted to talk to me about. So we're gonna see what that's all about. But I'm assuming that we're gonna follow Martin into battle, or to quest towards something to get closer to completing this project that he's working on. Because you can see every time we come here and make progress with the quest, that these series of glyphs are getting more and more elaborate. So I'm expecting that eventually we're going to open a portal that will lead us to Xerxes so we can strike him down, hopefully preventing Maroon's Dagon from getting summoned, etc., etc. So that I'm again, all kind of assumptions getting thrown around here, because yes, that we have this Mysterium item, we got all the Mythic Dawn tomes. So yeah, I'm thinking let's just go ahead and talk to this guy and see what the happening haps are.
And you've got the Great Stone.
That's right, we got the Great Welkiad Stone. That was what we quested for last time. I said I'd get it.
You did. I can count on you.
Here's the goods.
I never thought to see a Great Welkiad Stone as beautiful as all the old tales tell. But of course, its beauty is a mask for its deadly power, like everything crafted by the Aelids. Now, we need only one more item, and we'll be ready to open a portal to Mankar Camoran's realm.
That's where we're going. Mankar Camoran's realm.
I should have seen it sooner. It's the counterpart to the Great Welkiad Stone, just as the first two were the opposed powers of the Daedra and the Divines. Welkiad Stones contain the concentrated power of Mundus. Their counterparts are Sigil Stones, which are used to hold open Oblivion gates.
We have several of those.
A Great Sigil Stone, then, is what we require.
So I'm guessing that's going to mean we got to go into more Oblivion portals. My favorite.
You're not going to like it. Joffrey doesn't like it. The Countess of Bruma certainly isn't going to like it. Great Sigil Stones are the anchors of great gates. The kind of gate the Mythic Dawn opened at Kvatch. The kind of gate the Mythic Dawn wants to open here to destroy Bruma.
Oh, so here's where the defense of Bruma comes in. Cool. So that's happening tonight then.
I said you weren't going to like it. The risk is great, I know. I was at Kvatch. I saw the terrible power of the Daedric siege engine. But we have no choice. The only way to recover the Amulet of Kings is to allow the Mythic Dawn to proceed with their plan to attack Bruma.
So like, well, I don't know if there's much we could do to prevent them from forming the gate anyway. Like, this whole thing we're doing is to stop their ultimate plan. But like, yeah, I don't know if there's much we were going to be able to do to halt their progress anyway for the whole, you know, portal on Bruma thing.
No. I'll lead the defense of Bruma myself. If I am to be Emperor, it's time I started acting like one.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound like it'll fly.
Remember when we first met in Kvatch? I told you that I didn't want any part of the gods' plan. I still don't know if there is a divine plan, but I've come to realize that it doesn't matter. What matters is that we act, that we do what's right when confronted with evil. That's what you did at Kvatch. It wasn't the gods that saved us, it was you. Were you acting for the gods? I don't know. But now, it's my turn to act.
Alright, you got it, man. Or maybe we are his... maybe we are the god of something, the sad, swollen, purple face of God.
Please, my friend. I need your judgment, not your obedience. I explain myself to you so you understand me, and so you can explain to the Countess. I'm afraid she may take a bit more convincing than you.
It's the kind of thing where it's like, I see what he's getting at. Yes, I understand the plan. And of course, as a player character, that we have certain things. You know, there's certain things that we will be doing that we're expected to do. As the player character, it makes sense for us to kind of be the errand boy of sorts. But like he was saying, oh yes, if I'm to be emperor, it's time I start acting like one. I'll lead the defense, etc., etc. Well, emperors are also good at diplomacy. He should maybe also be diplomatizing. He should be engaging with diplomacy with the Countess of Bruma, because this is a perfect example of a thing that, you know, world leaders do. So it's like, okay, I'll do it, but it's like, dude, this is something that he should be doing, I think.
Have her meet me in the chapel of Talos for a council of war. That seems a fitting place to make such desperate plans.
Chapel of Talos. I'm guessing that's in the Imperial City. Well, that would make sense. It wouldn't have to be in the Imperial City. It must be somewhere nearby. Unless that's what this is, maybe. It's like, anyway, I'm just gonna stand here.
Let the Countess know I'll be...
Chapel of Talos, you got it.
We must allow the Mythic Dawn to proceed with their plan, to open 3 lesser gates outside Bruma.
3 lesser gates, okay.
According to the plans you captured from those spies, they need 3 lesser gates open before they can open a Great Gate. The Great Gate will allow them to bring out the siege machine to blast the walls of Bruma, just like at Kavach. But it's our only hope to get the great sigil stone we need to complete the ritual. You'll have to act swiftly when the Great Gate opens.
So let the gate open, then swoop in and grab the great sigil stone. That's what it's going to come down to.
As a young man, I grew impatient with Mages Guild restrictions, as did many of my fellow apprentices. We threw ourselves into the riddles of Daedric magic. We hungered for forbidden secrets. Knowledge and power were our gods. You can guess the rest. We got in over our heads. People died. My friends died. I've put those days behind me, but the bitter wisdom that one has been a fool is not without value.
No. He did say fairly early on when we met him that yes, he did have some familiarity with Daedric stuff, and that he like wasn't particularly proud of it, but he was like, yeah, I mean, I've got some knowledge. And that he hadn't like gone out of his way to share. He wasn't super forthcoming about it, but if it was something that he is, you know, a little bit ashamed of, but it did give him some knowledge that then became helpful. His familiarity with the Daedric stuff, you know, was harmful back then, but in the long run it was definitely worthwhile, at least in some way. And of course, every so often I gotta cast that detect life so I can become that much more mysticismicized. What's up, Dave? Good to see you, bud. Dave says hello. Now, Dave, I don't know how far you got into this game. Well, actually, maybe you beat it back in the day. I'm not sure, but we are getting definitely into like the thick of it, if you will, of the main quest. And in fact, I think the Defense of Bruma quest, I think, is happening tonight. Apparently, this is a pretty big one, because we gathered all those allies for Bruma. Gathered all the homies to help us out. It took a long time and a lot of side questing, a lot of gate explorations. I think that's all going to come to fruition tonight. A couple of times, but it's been a while, though, yeah. And you remember that, yeah, the Bruma stuff, the Bruma defense. Yeah, I believe it sounds like everything is kind of pointing towards that happening tonight, most likely. Although it is in the early hours. Let's just push forward time, just nudge it a bit. Yeah, apparently it's a pretty epic fight, especially if you get all the allies. If you get every town to commit some buddies, apparently it's pretty sick. So we just talked with Martin, who kind of shared with us his plan.
How are you today?
Not this one. This one. Kind of shared with us his plan and kind of went over the deets of how we're going to let the gates open outside of Bruma. Let the great Oblivion gate open, and then try to swoop in and foil their plans once it's open. Try to steal their great sigil stone. Let's see. So I got a few lesser things to sell. Should I go ahead and sell them here? We have 93,000 gold. I don't think I need to min-max gold quite as much now, so I think I'll just sell this stuff right here. This is actually pretty good, this one right here. I can't mouse over the text there, but I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, but it's on target. It's on other people, other targets. So we can't, like, spin it around and point it towards ourselves, because that'd be far too nice. Yeah, there's some pretty useful things on that guy, but it is not for us apparently. I'd resist magic and also resist of like standard weapon damage, that kind of thing. Now we've seen ebony rings, we've seen like steel rings. I wonder if there's Daedric rings. I'm guessing probably not. Daedric jewelry wouldn't make sense. The Daedra seem like they wouldn't have no use for such a thing. It's frost, yeah, sell these things. Yeah, gold. Although, yeah, maybe the ebony is more like it's less like an armor material, more of like a stone of looking nice. Steam Deck. Oh, that's great, Dave. That's awesome, man. That's right. I remember you. Oh, let me think. I think you posted the screenshot like a week or two ago of the shipping notification. So I knew it was coming pretty soon. That is exciting though, bud. Thing is neat. Yeah. What are some things like? Are there use cases for it that you weren't expecting, or things where you're like, oh man, I didn't realize I could do this with it? Because I know Arctic has talked to us about how he wants to use his kind of as a mobile workstation or handheld workstation maybe. So it's like, I know there are some pretty cool use cases, but I'm curious to hear like if there's more cool things that could be done. Yeah, sell the Moonlight Gauntlets. It's heavy armor. And then still got quite a lot of things on my person. This I think we want to get rid of. Yeah, we don't need this.
You got a great deal there.
A great deal. And then knowing me, I probably have some potions. That's right. What's up, Arctic? That's right. Your ears are ringing. Yeah, we're talking Steam Deck stuff. And I was just thinking about what Arctic was telling us about with the with like some of his ideas on how to use his Steam Deck when it arrives. Actually, maybe you already got it. I can't remember. Got some PSO2. Oh, did some dailies. Nice, bud. That's good. Yeah, that's one nice thing too. Is yeah, it's a handheld fucking computer gaming station. So yeah, that's pretty nice too. Some dailies on there, baby. Just glorified game console. It's super customizable. That's so exciting, man. I'd be really curious to hear like what kind of like customized things you end up going for. Because yeah, I totally understand why that's like a huge draw for the console. Okay, so you do have it. You had it while you were in Texas. Excellent. That's good. Oh man, that's a good point, Ark, because you would have been without your computer. I don't know if you have a laptop, but without your main desktop. So yeah, having the Steam Deck is like, all right, at least I got something. So I got some gaming that I can do. One of my streamer buddies, AJ Bake, plays. She's a streamer buddy who's in the St. Louis area. I saw her post on Twitter yesterday, I think, how she was frustrated where it's like, God damn it, there are two separate products that do two very different things, but they are one letter apart. The Steam Deck and the Stream Deck. And god damn it, is it easy to like get like you're talking about one and you accidentally say the other. It's like it is so easy to goof the delivery of what I'm talking about when I say one and I mean the other, vice versa. Default game platform. Yeah, for 3 weeks. That's right. Yeah. It was probably like, I'm sure it was a nice time. Well, the being sick part probably not so much. Like I'm sure aspects of it were nice, but yeah, I would be like after like 2 weeks, I'd be like, man, I miss my games. I'd be very much in need. Should I sell the shock shield? I think so. Yeah, I think I should. Some poisons to sell as well. Yeah, 10 sorcery potions is probably too much as it is. Sell all the weak potions. Get them out of here. Hard bargain. Sell like... actually, I guess sell none of them. I think we did pick up some items here. Some scrolls and some books. Man, that's cool. And every time I see the Steam Deck or see somebody talk about it, I consider it's like, would it be worthwhile for me to get one? I don't know. I feel like I don't really use handheld things all that often, and I don't really go to a ton of places where I would like have much of an opportunity to play a handheld console. And if I did, I would either bring my Switch or my 3DS. So I feel like the handheld stuff for me is covered. So I feel like the Steam Deck isn't necessarily angled towards somebody in my position where I already have a bunch of handheld situations. It's for the people that yeah, like they're primarily a PC gaming person and they want something that is a handheld option because they don't already have something. So it's like, I think that's the untapped market that they're trying to strive for. Some South Park RPGs, excellent, bud. That sounds great. While for taking in substances, hell yeah, bud. That sounds wonderful, bud. Yeah, there was the Stick of Truth, the Fractured But Whole. I don't know if there's others, but yeah, I know those two, and apparently they're both really good games. Because I remember when Stick of Truth came out, I haven't seen much of the Fractured But Whole, but I've seen a bit of the Stick of Truth, and a lot of people, myself included, were pleasantly surprised by how good the game is. I think a lot of us were like, oh, I'm sure it'll be fun, but we remember the N64 South Park games that were just okay. Apparently, the two new ones are sick. Excuse me. Here we go. I was gonna say, I know we have some things that I want to sell. Major wound. Yeah, the problem is I keep collecting more and more scrolls, and I keep not getting rid of them. So it's a slow attrition of things that I'm gaining that I'm not getting rid of. It's the Elder Scrolls way, man. You end up with a bunch of scrolls and potions that you're just saving for a rainy day, and that rainy day never comes. And the problem is I can't just save it up for the final boss fight for the main game, because then there's the DLC, and I don't know what final bosses are going to be in the DLC. I can guess what the final boss is going to be in this, in this main quest we're on right now, but yeah, I really don't know what to expect. So that one, a good deal. We have Shadow and then Shadow Shape. You have a Switch in your hand. Yeah, exactly. Like I have multiple handheld options. Fractured is deep or interesting. It's a tactical RPG like Advance Wars. That sounds incredible, actually. Holy shit. I love Advance Wars. Granted, I've only played one Advance Wars game. So it was the original. Or not the original. It was the DS game. But I love it. And there's, of course, the Advance Wars 1 and 2 re-release that, got delayed for a bit. But yeah, that sounds awesome. It's cool that they made a different style of game and didn't just make Stick of Truth Part 2. Because Stick of Truth was more like a standard RPG, I think. Like a turn-based RPG kind of thing. Is that it? Weakness to disease. Why would you want to inflict a weakness to disease on an NPC? I don't know if an NPC could be affected by another monster attacking them and infect them with the disease. And even if you wanted to, what would be the point? Diseases don't really do a whole lot to you in this game. They're annoying, and they are a detriment for sure, but I would rather spend that action doing something that's going to make them weak to magic, or weak to fire, or just damage their health or something. Seems like such an odd choice. Alright, so anyway, we sold a bunch of stuff. It occurs to me, I don't know if I've repaired in a while. I'm going to grab some more hammers while I'm here.
Take care.
Okay.
A pleasure to.
Yeah, I think actually we'll buy some hammers real quick. Take 5 of them. We don't need a ton.
Thank you for your bid.
Shout out to his name. Surokata. No, Surotan.
Goodbye.
No, actually, I want to hear how he says it. What if I leave and come back?
A pleasure to speak with you.
Okay, I was hoping he would introduce himself.
Be seeing you.
Surutan, yeah. The thing that immediately jumps to mind is, I think what is it? It's not Ninja Sex Party. Starbomb, I think. It's the Ninja Sex Party Ego Raptor band, group, super group of sorts, and they did a song. They did a Street Fighter song, and one of them is it's like a rap battle between Ryu and Ken and Blanc, and it's a Street Fighter rap battle. And I think, and Ryu's bars, if I recall correctly, are pretty alright, and of course Ken is the Ryu more or less palette swap. So naturally they're paired up, and so Ryu drops some verses and it's pretty good, and then Ken comes up and he's awkward, and he's clearly not struggling, and his second verse begins with lose to me in a rap battle? Sure you can. So that's what came to mind as I heard myself trying to pronounce that person's name. Also, the castle is this way, I think. I'm trying to remember where the castle is. So like a traditional RPG, yeah, that makes sense. The kids were LARPing, that's right. There's superhero in Fracture Butthole. That explains the box art that I have seen that features characters that I remember from the superhero episodes. Oh, there was something I just passed. When was that? Oh, it has a weight of 0. That's why I kept it. I was like, why do I have this? Okay. Hey, what's up, Fabled? Yeah, I might be getting some of the details wrong, but I remember that line specifically.
Good to see you, sir.
Oh, here we go. People from Anvil. So, again, allies for Bruma. So, have been gathered. Making stuff. I don't know, I missed this earlier, but yeah. Allies for Bruma are getting gathered, are being gathered. And here's some of them right here.
See the Gerald Mountains. Beautiful, aren't they? Almost makes you forget why we're here. We'll give them a good fight. They'll know they tangled with the best Cyrodiil has to offer.
Ooh, Fable with some webcam modifiers. What requests do you have? There should be a series of like options. If you click the webcam modifier redemption, it should have like a bunch of options you can choose from. So let me know if there's one or a combination that sounds good.
Are defending Bruma.
So yeah, there's Coral. We saw Anvil just now. So yeah, so we got some representatives in different places.
Yes. Good to see you, sir.
There's more out here too. So we're all hunkering down. That's right. This is gonna be Skingrad, okay. Shaden Hall and Skingrad are chilling.
Is it always this cold up here? This weather would freeze the arse off an ogre.
The arse. It's a word we don't hear often enough. Witnessing stuff for the first time. That's kind of cool, Arctic. Yeah, because I've watched a decent bit over the years, but I have fallen out of it over the past like oh gosh, since like 2016, 2015. So yeah, it's been like 7 years since I've like really paid attention to the new stuff. With a few exceptions. I have seen a few of the special episodes that Gracie and I watched. Huge impact. Implication, rather. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that actually does sound kind of fun. Horizontal scroll. Yeah, horizontal and vertical. You got it.
Fine.
Let's talk with them real quick.
You hear it all the time, but I'd like to thank you personally for closing that Oblivion gate outside Shaden Hall.
No problem, fam.
We were all expecting to become the next Kvatch, you know. With the Count worrying more about his son than the defense of the city, things were looking pretty grim. So
we saved the day.
I'm glad I was able to come here and do my bit for our side, you know. Be seeing you.
So let's do the webcam thing real quick. Oh, what am I doing? Alt-tabbing without saving. That's dangerous. I should know better. Alright, so like the webcam stuff. So yeah, Fable says horizontal and vertical. We can absolutely do that. How's about this? I will need your input here, because with the scrolling, if it's vertical and horizontal, it means it's going to be diagonal, which is perfectly fine. So here's the current speed. Let me know if you want it faster or slower, or if you want a different direction. If you want it, because right now it's going up and to the left, so we can tweak the deets if need be. How inclusive the show was with its exclusive jokes, rather. Right. yeah, that sounds about right. We want to go up to the right, sure. So there we go. Do it that way. There we go. Like I said, let me know if you want it any faster or slower than that, Fabled. But yeah, no, you're right. It's I think they've gotten better about it over the years, Arctic. Because yeah, for a while that was like the extent of some jokes were disabled person funny. Increase speed by a smidge. Okay, let's increase speed by a smidge. Yeah, they would. Some jokes were disabled person funny, or like racial stereotype funny. You know, for a while they were. It was kind of I don't want to say lazy necessarily, but it was kind of juvenile with the way they approached it. But I think they've at least gotten more nuanced, for better or for worse. So So yeah, it's interesting how they've like tried to navigate you know, a Western society that is more aware nowadays. There's a lot of words for it. People call it woke. People, you know, can call it whatever. But like being aware that, you know, these kinds of stereotypes and jokes can cause harm. You know, can make people feel shitty. So it's like, you know, how do we navigate this but still be pushing the envelope and still be like the South Park humor that we all come to know and love, for better or for worse. Without alienating and without, you know, without losing people.
What's this about? I can't stay long. Count Caro's orders were to return to Leowen as soon as Bruma was safe. You too. Have you heard any word?
I'd also like the implication that they sent exactly one person
Remember
from each city.
That's our watchword. We won't let that happen here. Don't worry. I saw a wraith once. It threw a curse on me I'll never forget.
It threw a curse on me I'll never forget. I'm assuming that what he's getting at is he had sex with a wraith and it gave him an STD. And that is what the curse is. The curse is like a rash that the finest magic in all the lands will never cure. Try to make fun of everybody equally. Yeah, that's like, I'm guessing probably what they try to do, like not to hyper focus too much. Try not to like go too much on someone who's actually the subject. Right, yeah.
Always a pleasure. What brings you to me this
Yeah,
day?
I think you're probably right, Arctic. I think that's probably their intention. And you know, there are stumbling blocks too. I mean, I sometimes will, whenever we would do like the Jackbox games or we do Arctic Phone, I would like to clarify. It's like I usually stick to the South Park approach when it comes to, you know, the more spicier humor, the more edgier humor, that kind of thing. But even then, yeah, I mean, there have been cases where they didn't always do the bestest of jobs. Hello, Bird.
It's wonderful to see you again.
What?
His name is Bird. B-U-R-D. Leave the funny stuff in. Like maybe some at the end or something like that. Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, I guess that's the thing too. It's like, are they limiting themselves? Like, are they censoring themselves? To stop the scrolling panel, it says, please stop it. Yeah, we can turn it off, but yeah, the scrolling thing is, some people like it, some people don't. But or if you had a different request, Fabled, since we only had it for a couple minutes, so we could set a different webcam effect if you want. But yeah, I guess it really depends on like how the show writers feel. Like if there's stuff that they genuinely want to do and they're like, oh fuck, our hands are tied, we just can't, like our, you know, the Comedy Central won't let them, what have you. I guess that would be one thing. But if they just kind of felt like, yeah, if they feel like the creators have matured over the years, which, you know, the show's been going on for 20 plus years now, so yeah, if they felt like they like what they're doing is what they want, then yeah, by all means. But yeah, I guess that is where it gets tricky. If there's things that they would want to do but they feel like they can't, that's tricky, because yeah, like, you know, censorship, what have you, there's a lot to be said there. But at the same time, for a mainstream success like South Park is, I mean, yeah, they probably are aware that, yeah, although it has a reputation, there still are lines that they probably shouldn't or can't cross, really. Wide Boy's pretty. Hey, what's up? Hi, Rossi. Yeah, if you ever want to see what the effects are, I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you go into the redemptions, the channel point redemptions, and click the options, or click the webcam option, even if you don't have the points to afford it, it should still be able to show the pop-up that shows all the options. So yeah, so Wide Boy. So the one downside right now is that the plugin that I use for all my webcam effects doesn't work anymore because OBS was updated, and it was a pretty big update, and it unfortunately lost compatibility with a bunch of plugins, including the webcam one. So some of the ones don't work anymore, so I have to kind of manually do them, which is fine. I actually looked the other day, the developers for those plugins are working on changes, but it's still in beta, and they have like in big red letters, warning, there's a chance that this might not work, and if it doesn't work, it could render your OBS installation unworkable. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna touch this right now. I'll wait until an official release comes out. But yes, yeah. So we can go ahead and do some of this other stuff. So yeah, wide boy. Yes, that doesn't work anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it myself. So here's wide boy. I'll do it this way. That, and then. Oh crap! That resets it. I don't remember how I did this last time. So if I shift click, let's do that. There we go. Perfect. So the glory of how this works now is, I was gonna pop this right there for now. The glory of how this works with OBS, with the OBS update. Actually, this was a few updates ago, but they added the ability to Control Z. So Control Z means I can just go back. Like I can just do this, and I'm back to normal. So, it's so easy, right? It's so nice. It took them forever, not forever. It took them a while to add the Control Z option, but now that it's on there, it's so much better. That's me. That's me. I'm white people happy. If I would have put my hoodie on right now, I would look like Arctic Sea mode right there. Perfect.
All of the other cities have sent aid. It's remarkable. I've never seen such unity of purpose. Your leadership has made all the difference.
I'm pretty cool. Can't say I blame you. I look like an Oblivion NPC. What needs to happen is the camera needs to then zoom in suddenly on my face, and I need to admonish you for violating the law and that all of your stolen goods are forfeit. I'm in the game. That's right. Yeah, it's like I wish I had a green screen or something so I could chroma key the background out and I could just put myself like behind this guy's shoulder or something. Or maybe somehow remove her, usurp her from her throne and put me on her spot.
Greetings. What news from Cloud Ruler Temple?
Oh, you're right, Arctic. Yeah, you were not wrong. In fact, I have my hoodie sitting on my couch at all times because it's really just part of my blankets for the couch. If Grace and I want to take a nap or something like that on the couch, I've got it there with my other blankets. But the one use case that I legit use it for, not so much right now, but in the like depths of winter, is that if it's ass degrees outside and I need to take Dexter out, fuck like bundling up with a jacket and gloves and all that jazz. All I do is literally the only thing I do is I put on my hoodie, and like I don't bother putting like if I'm wearing shorts like I am now, I don't bother putting on long jeans or anything. That thing is so warm that it does enough. It does enough to cover like everything that and like insulates everything that needs warmth. So yeah, I put that thing on. I put the hood up. And it's so fucking toasty. Good lord, it's great. I'm sure I look like a fucking weirdo to my neighbors. There's Alex wearing his goofy ass Muppet fucking lumpy big Muppet wearable hoodie, wearable blanket, like stomping around in the snow. So I'm sure I look like a freaking goober, but I love it. It's so freaking good. Time stops during the conversation. Yeah, well, yeah, it stops everywhere except for the person we're talking to for whatever reason. No undies. That's right. Yeah, it's just eating the berries. That's right. Just dangling out. Yeah. I would probably put on boxers at the minimum if that were to come up. But yeah, it's like usually I do this. I will like wear a t-shirt like I'm wearing right now and like shorts throughout like around the condo. So that's probably what I would do, honestly. But yeah, all good stuff. Let's talk about the battle plans.
Alicia Caro visits her mother in Coral regularly. A dutiful daughter. And a dutiful wife, I hear.
Good for her. Let's talk battle plans, man.
Desperate plan indeed. This prince? Emperor? Martin would risk my whole city to gain a great sigil stone?
Yep. We must recover the amulet.
This is the only way to stop this invasion from Oblivion? I must confess, you are the first person to speak of victory against these Daedra. This war has seemed hopeless to me, but what else was there to do but hold on and wait for a hero to arise to save us? And now it seems there is an heir to the throne after all, hidden at Cloud Ruler Temple. And perhaps a hero as well?
Redneck territory. Oh, there you go. You could pull it up. That's a good point too. It really does depend on your surroundings. Yeah. I mean, out here, I'm close enough to some rural communities. No one's actually gonna care. People wouldn't be bothered. But it's like a funny meme to imagine my neighbors being like, "What the fuck?" Because yeah, it's kind of suburban, but kind of rural. It's kind of 50-50. But yeah, in redneck country, all bets are off, especially up north where it gets much colder, obviously.
You avoid answering my question. Very well. Don't think I doubt you. The rulers of Bruma have long had dealings with Cloud Ruler Temple. We know whom they serve. I will meet Martin at the chapel. When all is ready, I will order my men to stop closing the gates and prepare for battle.
So they've been closing gates and... Okay. I didn't realize that they were like preventing it. Oh, here we go. Now, there's our opportunity then to chroma key myself onto the throne. What's up, baby llama? It's me. Yeah, super wide hobbit. That's right. I have yard couch in my blood. Now, I don't think I've ever gotten to experience yard couch intimately myself. Smell of death. No, that's just I haven't showered in since we began the game. Actually, we haven't showered since we last swam in some water, which was probably a couple streams ago. So our guy probably got the stank on for that reason. Actually, yard couch though. Yeah. I'm not familiar with yard couch, but I can guess what you're getting at, and I very much approve. Oh, so it's within here. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't sure where this Talos temple was, but I'm guessing it's in the chapel. In fact, I think she even said it's the chapel. So she's walking like a simpleton, whereas I'm fucking Spider-Manning, apparently. Okay, well, I was Spider-Manning. I can't... Okay, there we go. I was like, can I jump? Yeah, it's like I'm escorting her, but it's like I'm escorting her from afar as a Spider-Manly protector. Leaping from tree to tree, all wimbly bimbly. My family has implemented yard couch. That makes me very happy. It's an actual stereotype. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, and I mean I've lived in some redneck ass rural places, but yeah, that's awesome. A couch is yard furniture, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's like I've let me think if I've seen it. I mean, I've seen some pretty goofy stuff as yard furniture before. At your service.
There is no need for any formality at this time. I am not emperor yet, and I am quite new to this notion of being heir to the...
I'm gonna go ahead and resume standard webcam behavior. That is... it's like I'm getting what can I wait? Does it not do it anymore? I was gonna say for a while there it was yeah, that was good. There we go. It's like yeah, like I'm getting like stretched around. It's great. That's so fun. Let's see. Wait one sec. Okay. Yeah, we're all set. Yeah, no, it's fun. I appreciate how easy it is to do those manual changes. Back in the day, you would have to like write down or remember like the coordinates and like sizes of things and manually set them back. It was very annoying.
Throne. Thank you for coming. I know I am asking for a great deal of trust, but this is the only way. I would not suggest it otherwise.
Your champion has already explained the situation.
That's me.
To me. I have agreed to it.
I'm the champion.
Not win this war through caution.
You have a rare gift to know when desperation is the path of wisdom. I will do everything in my power to defend your city, my lady.
He doesn't have a fedora, so he can't milady her, unfortunately.
Empire falls with us. So be it.
Alright, that was a happy, positive meeting. What do you think, lady?
I'm ready for battle when you are, champion. What say you?
I'm not ready yet.
As you wish. I will wait here while you prepare yourself for battle.
What do you think?
When you're ready for battle, the Countess will order her men to stop closing the gates outside the city.
Sounds good enough. Yeah, is there anything that I need to do beforehand? Probably not, actually. I think I mean, I sold a bunch of stuff. We, cleared out a bunch of space. Got repair hammers, got potions, got all the shit. So, yeah, let's fucking do this shit, baby. Let the battle begin.
Bruma's fate is in the hands of the gods now. And yours.
No pressure, but literally everything's on you, Alex.
Bird, deploy the troops for battle.
As you command.
Yeah, Bird. Just, his name makes me smile every time. What about studio modes, though? Oh, I see what you're saying, right. Yeah, there's like the scene change options. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, they're cheering us, I think. Yep. Oh, they're cheering Martin. Oh, yeah, he's the hero. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a hero. But he's inspiring the people, and that's nice. So the proper soon-to-be emperor. Oh yeah, and that purple guy, yeah, he's alright. The purple guy's helping. I mean, realistically, we're gonna be doing most of the heavy lifting here, but Martin's, really is like the main guy. It's like Gundam Guy was telling us, I think, where it's like we're not the chosen one. We're just helping the chosen one. Which is kind of a break from other Elder Scrolls games. That's right. That's right. Martin, baby. That's right. Bird. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Not that bird, sadly. A different spelling of the word bird. Oh, God. Traffic jam. You all right, fam? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now we're all... Okay. We're all going. So we got the squad. Hashtag squad goals. I'm still... Oh, except not that guy. He's still taking his sweet time. But yeah, I do appreciate how we have one representative from each place. So is this the big gate? Looks like it is. Oh shit, son. That's your like what you like as well, Ape Llama. Yeah, it is a good change of pace, which I appreciate. We're lining him up. That's right. Here we go, baby. Is it raining outside? Damn, I wasn't expecting that. We've arrived. Says we need to protect him. Here, I'll stand in line too.
Will stand or fall by what we do here today. Will we let the Daedra do to Bruma what they did to Kavach? Will we let them burn our homes? We will let them kill our families? No, we make our...
Not this day! This day we fight!
For the whole of Cyrodiil. We must hold fast until the hero of Kavach can destroy their great gate.
That's me!
Kill whatever comes out of that gate. Soldiers of Cyrodiil.
Yeah!
Do you stand with me?
Yeah, fuck you! I don't want to get in the way and like risk slapping everybody like I usually do in these fights. Whoop! Yep. See, right there. I almost knocked that guy right on his ass. What sword do you have? He's got a magic sword.
Here comes another one.
I'll still take his heart. Whoop! Almost knocked out Martin. So anyway, the second Oblivion gate. So yeah, we need to wait for the Great Gate to open then. Ouch! Ouch! I'm the hero of Kavach, and I get very easily stunned. I'm gonna hope that Martin has that like cool NPC thing where they can't actually get killed. Well, some cool NPCs can't get killed, they can only get knocked down. Like that little spinning I did. It's fancy. Yeah, get stunned. Clang, clang. This is pretty sweet. Oh, I just hit that dude in the yellow, like in the back of the ass. Dude getting fucking swarmed. Love to see it. Third gate is opening, by the way, baby. Oh, shit. I haven't gotten a single knockdown yet, but it's only a matter of time. Wonder what it's like doing the— there we go, there's a knockdown. What it's like doing this quest at like level 4 when you— what it throws at you are probably like imps and the Clanfear runts and like just the little baby Daedra and not the big scary dick slapping Daedra like these things. The Great Gate is opened. All right, cool. So now we have our marching orders. Whoop. Gee, I wonder which one is the Great Gate. Well, I can assume. So it is the third one. Sorry, I can't party with you, ladies. Sorry. Yeah, I know you all want to hang out with us, but we gotta rush into this big orange eye-burninating wall. Oh, they're opening the gate for us. That's nice. The siege is crawling towards the portal. If it exits the gate before I reach the sigil stone, then all is lost. That means we should save. There was an autosave back here, but I will manually save. Makes me think that I shouldn't stop to fight things then, probably. Because that could take forever. Should only, like, stop to fight things that I, like, need to fight. Time is of the essence. Speed is of the essence. So that's to the second floor. Ouch. That's actually open. I could just knock him down. Knock him down to the bottom here. This takes us outside. There's the siege engine. It's charging its laser. All right. What are you doing out here? Yeah, 13. Okay, so it gives us a timer, which is kind of nice. What if I just do this? Just jump. Eat some fall damage. Not too bad. Is there anything that I missed here? These are like the World Breaker guard towers, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it seems like these are just guard towers, so I don't know if we're really missing too much. It's actually pretty cool. Some great powerful object. Look at that. We can make the jump like a boss. I have to fight some things. I don't have to, but I want to fight some things. $13 minutes. So we're ultimately going towards, I guess it's this one here. Oop. Oh, except it's closed. Playing. Oh man, I was hoping so much to knock his ass down. You know what? Fuck it. So let's see if this is how we open the gate from here. We've done enough of these, we kind of know what these look like. This is a tall boy. Oh, another friend. Look at you. We have friends all over. Whoa! Oh, it's checked. Oh, maybe. Oh, I thought it was gonna fall out. Fall down. Where's the thing? Where's the switchy? Here's the switchy. They are like pushing me up, like up the wall. Ouch. Oh, did one of them fall? I don't remember knocking one of them down, but I'll take it, I suppose. I just saw like a falling person, a falling entity. It's all open. Hell yeah. This be the one. We got a lot of buddies, a lot of friends. It's the first time we've like needed to speedrun one of these. Usually we can take our time, fight all the things, explore all the side corners, side areas. This time it's like, nah, man, we gotta fucking go. Vault of the End Times. What is this called? Did I miss that? Vaults of End Times. Ouch. Oh, fucking traps, no wonder. I was like, wow, that hurt a lot. It's because that wasn't a standard thing that just happened. It wasn't just like a standard hit, that was something scurry. Did he just say, I think he just said slay. I cast slay. Oh my god, I'm getting stun locked into, I can't say into Oblivion anymore because that's too on the nose. But I keep putting points into agility and I keep getting like bodied by melee hits. I'm guessing it's because the bad guys are leveling up too. So it's like I feel like although I am now putting points into agility, I'm a little bit late to the party because I think bad guys have like outpaced me in that regard. So it's still good to do, obviously, but it means it'll take a while to come out ahead. That's not the right way. Gonna guess that one's similar. I must have missed another door somewhere. Oh, here we go. It slowly crunches open. Well, I'll see what's in here. Probably gold. Potion of healing, sure, whatever. Wasn't expecting a maze. Here we go. I also do appreciate that the Dremora we were fighting have given up their chase. They realized it was fruitless. Got a ways to go still. Or it's because we're so fast. He summoned a buddy. Too bad for him, it will do nothing, because he's already dead. Retribution of Cowardice. Never mind, we're going right to the top. I thought there was going to be like kind of a middle section. Also, I can see how having a high acrobatics skill made this approach a lot easier. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch, wow. Damn, son. Because like that acrobatic skill let us jump over like large sections. And that guy was stun locking me real good. We were able to jump over large sections of those like first couple areas really easily. So, sigil key. I don't know how much that we would have needed to deal with manually, but doing it otherwise was pretty nice. Like jumping over was pretty cool. Also, Fivaguro, good to see you, buddy. And Lunatic Chef, thank you, buddy. That's very sweet. I don't have it selected. I'm going to manually save in the off chance that the game is set. I'm actually going to do a separate save. But here we go. I'll tap something like that. Thank you, Mr. Lunatic Chef. It's good to see you, buddy. We are dropping frames, by the way, which is less than ideal. But I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Lunatic Chef. By the way, 25 months. That's a long time. That is just over 2 years. Which is extraordinary. We're playing more Oblivion. We're actually in the midst of main quest activities. For those who know it, this is the defense for Bruma. And we have cracked open the main Oblivion gate. And we are looking to extract the Great Sigil Stone. So we can open the portal to Camoran's realm, whatever it's called. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Well, but basically like a particular portal to a particular flavor of Oblivion. The realm of Oblivion, that is. Where'd your sword go? I want to look at his sword. It might have... I wonder if it slipped down. Oh, here it is. Let's do Claymore. So yeah, so for those who know this main quest, we are on this final approach to get the Great Sigil Stone. And I don't think I need to make things epic by fighting these lads. But I'm gonna try. Like, I could probably just jump to the end. But I feel like I've been avoiding most fights in this area because we're on a time limit. Like a pretty strict time limit. Spell absorption, that's a good one. We actually have, I think, that exact same amulet already. A defense and then a refense. There we go. That's when we're building fences to keep in the Oblivion stuff. That's basically to keep the Oblivion gate from expanding. That's what's happening. We build like a small waist-high fence, and that is the ultimate barrier to keep them in. So light and load. I think we already have this spell. So it's weird that they're giving us a spellbook for it and that it counts as a spellbook, but I guess I'll still take it. Probably one more baddie. Master Mortar and Pestle. I don't think we have one of those, actually. That's pretty good. And 2 gold. That 2 gold is worth it on its own, I would say. So there's the Great Sigil Stone. This is the object of our desire. That's really the whole reason why we went into this situation. Is so we can get a Great Sigil Stone. And it can be used to aid Martin with his preparations to build a portal that can lead us to Camoran. And the siege engine is deadzo. Battle of Bruma is won. Gotta get the Sigil Stone to Martin. There have been many casualties. Martin still stands like a boss. So Bruma soldiers are alive.
We won a great victory here today. We now have the means to recover the Amulet of Kings from Mankar Camoran.
Camoran, not Cameroon. Cameroon is a country, I think.
It will not take long to recognize his danger. Remember,
Camoran is a person.
The portal closes behind you. Anything you need, carry it with you. I'll have the ritual ready in the Great Hall when you arrive. Farewell.
So Mankar Camoran, and that's like, I think that's the guy who's trying to, he's like the head of the Mythic Dawn cult, and he's trying to bring Maroon's Dagon into this realm. Using this, the Mysterium Xerxes.
I have everything necessary for the ritual to use the Xerxes to open the portal to Camoran's paradise. Remember, the portal will close behind you, so you will need to take everything you need.
Everything.
The only way to close all the Oblivion gates forever is for me to relight the dragon fires in the Temple of the One. Our only hope is to recover the Amulet of Kings from Mankar Camoran.
So that'll be it then.
Farewell, my friend.
Yeah, so he got injured. Oh, he's good now. You guys good? Got a little bit injured, so Kavach is alright. Leowin's alright. So yeah, there were some predictable fatalities, unfortunately.
Why do you bother me? Go away.
Why do you bother me, he says. Congratulations!
I admit, I thought your plan would lead to disaster, but you came through for Bruma. I won't forget it.
I always love that disconnect of an NPC being like, fuck you, go away, because they have a low disposition. Leave me alone. But then we talk to him and he goes, oh, you did such a great job, thank you. Oh no, Barusk fell in battle. That's a shame. This guy was awesome. Yeah, he was like the main homie for a long time. Protecting Brother Martin for so long. Yeah, his specifically his weapon, although it has no value. It is valueless. So yeah, that is a shame. Yeah, one of the Bruma soldiers. There was a lot of Bruma soldiers here, obviously, so I guess that's not that surprising. Joffrey got too? Oh, man. So, like, everybody, except for Martin, really, who was, like, of note, got taken out. That's a shame. I wonder if that's, like, a thing that just randomly happens, like, as far as, like, deciding who gets felled in battle. Because, yeah, what an unfortunate circumstance that the 2 other main NPCs got taken out. Maybe they had a change of heart. Well, it's like they like us because we did the quest things, but they don't like us because our disposition is low. So it's like they have They have mixed emotions about the whole thing, about the whole ordeal. Churl. Jamura Churl. How many of our friends died? That's right. Yeah, it's a bummer. These are people that have been with us since... I mean, Joffrey was there since the beginning, really. Without exaggerating. He was there since, yeah, since the very beginning. Back in Wayne Priory. What's this? Oh, another sigil stone. Oh. Okay, that's like a regular sigil stone. On top of the great sigil stone that we got earlier. It's actually pretty cool how it's... It did get teleported in. You know, it did make it out of the portal, but it wasn't able to get to Bruma itself, which is pretty sick. Try to keep them alive, Epilama. Yeah, what, like, how would you keep them alive? I guess, would you, like, hop out every so often? Oh. How is this working? Would you, like, hop out of the portal every so often and then, like, go to heal them and then hop back into the portal, maybe? Not sure exactly how that worked. Hold on, let me try that again. That was a little bit weird. Oh no, really? Oh shit. Then, but just a random motherfucker just came out and got your ass. That's a shame. How did I do that? Whoop. I did some gamer moves. And now I can't seem to... Oh, kinda. I can't do it again if I wanted to. Just try to reload the save. Because I'm guessing it's probably random then, I'm guessing. As far as like which NPCs fall, which ones don't. So it's like just a coin flip for each one. Like, will the soldier live? Will Joffrey live? Will so-and-so make it? So... Well, anyway, this is goofy. What I want to do is see if I can get on top of this thing. There we go. Siege crawler. Yeah, I'm here. And I think that's about all I can do. I just like how if it's like collisions don't really make sense. The collision boxes don't really make sense with the geometry of the object. Levitation is illegal. You're right. I was employing... It wasn't levitation. It was what's the word? What's the word when like you're trying to employ like legal gray area? It's like, well, technically I'm not breaking the law. I didn't cast levitation. I'm just abusing the laws of physics for my own selfish gain. Now, what do you think about... Because this person probably saw that whole thing go down. I mean, maybe they were a participant.
You should have heard the cheer when you came out of that monster gate with that siege machine right on your heels. We were all watching from the walls, and to be honest, it was looking bad. I thought we were going to have to fight them, street by
There we go,
street.
loophole, there we go.
We lost a lot of good men that day, but Bruma is still standing. That's what counts.
It's a good shit right there.
Anyway, sorry to go on so long. I'm sure you've got things to do, and I just wanted to thank you personally.
No problem, nameless Bruma guard. I'll remember your name forever. And now it's nighttime, so we're all sleepies.
You and Captain Bird sure gave them Daedra a good kick in the teeth. I wish I'd been there to see it.
I think he has the exact face of the guy we just talked to.
To think that Bruma was where Martin Septim chose to reveal himself as the true heir to the throne for the first time.
It's a tourism spot now.
State your business.
This guy's all business. He's like, I don't want to talk about the heroic stuff. State your business and get out of my face.
Managed to recruit a few new members.
How quickly things move on, right? Like, all right, show's over. Now we're just gonna talk about boring shit.
You look skilled in alteration. A mighty feat of arms. The bards of Cyrodiil will be singing of the fall of the Great Gate for years to come.
That's right. Yeah, his parents' name. Yeah, the parents of the Guard family, Mama and Papa Guard, named their son after their favorite city, and very early on in life, he knew what was going to come. He knew what was in store for him. Doubly so because actually everybody who is employed by the city guard is named Bruma Guard.
What do you need?
You cannot apply here unless your name is Bruma Guard. Alright, so anyway, I'm guessing we need to go to Martin, then back at Cloud Ruler. Well, it is 10:30 p.m., so everyone is sleepies.
Destroying the Great Gate was a deed worthy of the mightiest heroes of song and legend. You dealt the Daedra a heavy blow that day, my friend.
Yeah, they're from Anvil, right. Yeah, they're from Anvil, but he had to move to Bruma specifically to fulfill his namesake.
Take care.
It's a much more interesting backstory, honestly. And everything got repaired, and we didn't use a single hammer for it. Hell yeah. Are you lost, lady? She's like, I'm not sure I want to go in. I'm nervous. Okay, I'll go ahead and propel time forward by 9 hours. Well, let's do like... Get it past 9. That way we can go in and sell some stuff. And then, yeah, from there we go to Cloud Ruler. Cloud Ruler Temple. Cloud Ruler Peak Temple, what have you. And... I'm thinking that, yeah, now it's a follow-up to the Battle of Bruma. Oh, Lunatic Chef! Dude! Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, Lunatic Chef. You handsome devil. I like Alt-Tab specifically hoping that I could cancel the game music, because I did want the game music to counteract this sexy saxophone that Lunatic Chef just threw at us. Thank you, dude. That's so sweet. Thank you, Lunatic Chef. My man. My man and my dude and my guy. Also, everybody, what's 44 plus 25? That's right. It is 69. I know you can't see the extra life points that I just added up because that part is hidden by default. But up here you can see we are indeed at 69. Thank you to Lunatic Chef for that 5 give sub bomb, dude. That's so nice. That is so sweet. Thank you, my man. That is so generous. Lunatic Chef has been with us for a long time, by the way, man. That 25 resub, 25 month resub, pretty sure he's been around like longer than that, because Lunatic Chef was one of the first ones that I remember from like way back in the day, back in like the 2018 maybe. I first started streaming in earnest, like with a schedule in 2017. Like the end of 2017, and I think Lunatic Chef first happened upon my short little face, yeah, sometime in 2018, and he's been around ever since, and he's such an excellent dude, so encouraging, so supportive, throws gift subs at the community. You see that number, 127 gift subs, you kidding me? That's a lot, man. That is a lot, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, my man. Also, Gundam Guy, good to see you. We just vanquished the gate. We just got that shit, and sadly... oh gosh, I can't remember his name. I'll remember his name forever. I actually can't remember his name, but the personal guards to Martin got taken out, so too did Joffrey. So we lost. There were some great losses incurred, but we have the sigil, the great sigil in our hands. And yeah, I think we have what we need to get ourselves to Mankar Camoran's paradise and spank that man out once and for all. Based with the B emoji. What's up, Insig? 69, baby. That's right. He's not dead? Okay, because I mean, maybe they're just knocked unconscious, but I mean, he was one of several bodies lying on the ground. We were able to loot their, what I presume to be corpses. He can't be killed. I mean, I'll take your word for it then. Usually you can't like loot someone's body if they're not dead, but maybe they have like NPC, you know, very special NPC at least, plot armor that prevents them from being killed. He looked dead. He looked dead AF. I could probably go back.
I don't know how he manages to live with skill.
And so much as I can tell, we didn't get any messages saying, like in Morrowind, where it's like, oh, a very needed character has passed away, and like, you know, the game is now doomed. Like, I don't think we got that, so I think we're all right. And I've saved, so we're committed now, I suppose. Although we do still have the save scum save, so if I do need to go back, I probably could. Let's see if there's anything I wanted to sell. Resist fire 15%. That's not very good. And we have like a resist fire of 30, so that 15 doesn't make sense. We already have like an innate really good fire resist anyway, so that's kind of unnecessary. Never died for you. He's presumed. Yeah, I would have assumed that as well, honestly, that he was considered an essential required NPC that had the plot armor thing where they just get knocked unconscious but never killed. So yeah, it's part of why I was so surprised to see how that went down. Yeah, Barus, there it is. Assuming Barus survived this long. Oh, so it's possible he wouldn't have not lived that long anyway then. I wonder if it's possible for him to get killed in the beginning then. Like in the beginning, stuff out of the sewers. Being dead isn't that much of a disadvantage. We could always find the ghost. Well, we do know that, yes, there are ghosts and spirits in this game, so if we needed his involvement somehow, maybe we'd still be able to get some plot specialness where he can still interact with us in some way. Oh, man. Thank you again, by the way, to Lunac Chef for that very generous gift sub. Celebrating our victory over the Daedra. Victory over the siege engine. The Daedric siege engine. Taking out that great gate. That's so exciting, man. Thank you again, too, Lunatic Chef. That's very sweet. We got the Master's Mortar and Pestle. That's the fancy one. Mind if I tell you? About how Barrows can die? Yeah, I'd be interested to hear it, actually, 8-bit Llama. It's something that has, would have already transpired, presumably, so it wouldn't be a spoiler or anything. I'm trying to think, because we quest with him at the beginning, out of the sewers, and then we see him at Cloudgate. Do we fight Cloud Ruler, that is? I can't remember if there's other things that happen at Cloud Ruler. If there's, like, things we fight there. But... yeah, I'm trying to think of things that would, like... that he would be in danger for, necessarily. That's where you go to get the book. And he's there when you get the book. Let me think about this. I don't remember him being there for that quest. Did he, like, travel with us, or, like, was he there, like, helping us infiltrate it? Because, yeah, I remember infiltrating the cult so we could get the Mysterium, the Mysterium Xarxes. Skyrim with the blades. Oh, that's cool, Lunatic Chef. Yeah, so I'm guessing the Skyrim story quest talks about the blades we see here in this game. Because Bruma is very close to Skyrim, geographically very close to Skyrim. So it makes sense that the blades would have some kind of tie into the main quest. I mean, the blades had a tie in with the main quest in Morrowind too, so they're kind of always present in some way, it seems. That's the Nerevarine from Morrowind. He's obviously a very key member of the blades. What are some other things I want to get rid of? Something I might just get rid of these. I mean, these are cool potions we made. Restore Fire and, Restore Fatigue and Fire Shield. Like, those are cool potions, but we already have really good fire resistance since we're Dunmer, so I don't know if we really need this necessarily. We go to get, yeah, so that's the one then. Who's the blade that talks to you at the end of the game? I guess we'll find out. In the sewers, that book. In the sewers. I guess I can't remember. I just remember in the main quest, I remember the one where we infiltrate the cult to get the Mysterium. Is there another book we had to get recently? Or the main quest, at least? As I am blanking otherwise.
You got a great deal there.
Great deal
got
there.
A great deal there.
So good I gotta say it
That's
twice.
A good deal. You've made a good bit of gold.
They are in Skyrim, but they haven't had the best of... Ah, interesting. So they're not in the best of times then. The commentaries of the Xerxes? Commentaries? I guess I don't remember that one. I just remember the Mysterium Xerxes is what it's called. Or Xarxes, I guess. The one that we had to steal, that was like on the altar of that was like in the depths of the cult, and when we stole it, it like made everybody pissed off. Basically they wanted us to sacrifice the Argonian that they had taken prisoner. And then when we when we stole the Xerxes and began the fight, I was so excited because it meant we were going to keep the Argonian alive. And then the statue above the Argonian crumbled and killed him instantly. So it's like, well, damn, dude, I wanted to rescue the dude and be a hero, but instead I kind of led to his death, kind of, sort of. Kind of fucked, actually. Meet him in the pub. Oh, you're right. You're right. He's at the right. That one. Yeah, you meet him at the pub and he leads you to like the basement of the pub. And then you're accosted by the Mythic Dawn members. That's right. Because yeah, you get like volumes 1 and 2 of the book there. Spying on the Mythic Dawn, right. Yeah. Yeah, the Mythic Dawn commentaries volumes 1 through 4 or 1 through 6 or something. Those books, I gotcha. Yeah, those were, yeah, where we had to get all 6 verses or all 6 volumes and study them and try to figure out what the whole deal was. Yeah, that was a good time. So yes, that explains it then, because yeah, Barus was very heavily involved in those quests. And then yeah, then you go into the sewers to meet with the actual peeps themselves. And yeah, now I remember. Because yeah, you have the choice of letting him lead the charge or us leading the charge, and I don't think it really matters which one you take necessarily, but yeah, it would be easier for him to get got there. So in those quests, then he would not have had the NPC plot armor, the knocked unconscious but not dead immortality that some NPCs sometimes get. Yeah, I had just assumed that he would get that again because he seemed like a pretty important dude, but that means that
that's a good deal.
It means our list of friends is unfortunately shrinking, because between him and Joffrey especially, I just assumed was very much a key dude. So his loss is pretty significant, and so it makes the battle for Bruma that much more not catastrophic, well, yes, catastrophic, that much more consequential as far as the events of the game go, because of what is at stake and how things can go, obviously. Just brutal. Is there anything else I wanted to sell? Probably not.
Thank you for your business. Farewell.
Hi. There's a lot of people in here. All right, this is the woman that was like stuck outside earlier when we walked by. Yeah, she was like stuck like right here. She seemed very uncertain. We're gonna stop by the Countess's place and see if she has anything that she would like to talk about, other than good job, you really did the thing. I'm guessing that's gonna be the extent of our interactions there. Looks like the encampments are still here, although they're presumed empty because Bruma is safe, and I think it's safe forever now. Like, I think it's presumed gonna stay safe. So the encampments are still out here. But otherwise, you got campfires, and of course it's snowing. It's like, so sleeping out in the cold wouldn't be very comfortable, obviously. This Martin, bunch of blades, and yeah, that's right. Yeah, we don't exactly have a lot of named homies. You did the thing, the Countess. Yeah, that's more or less what I'm expecting.
It's wonderful to see you again.
Is this the thing I helped steal? It is.
Good to see you again.
I did the thing, lady.
And Elindaris may or may not have killed his wife, and it may or may not have been an accident. And I doubt we'll ever know for sure.
For sure. Yeah, so she doesn't even say, good job, you did the thing. She says nothing about the matter.
May luck be always on your side.
She says, good luck, I hope you're lucky. That's what she says about the matter of us entering yet another Satan gate outside of Bruma, literally saving the city. Well, maybe not single-handedly, we did have help, but still.
Yes.
Was hoping for like maybe just a bit more flavor text. One thing I need to do is stop by the chapel real quick because we never did get our personality restored. Maybe that's why people have been mean to us lately, because our face looks extra fucked up right now.
We all owe our lives. From what I've heard, the battle was hanging in the balance until you
approaching endgame Gundam guy. That's exciting. That's of course for the
machine.
main quest, obviously. Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood and Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, fucking DLC. We still have a lot to do, obviously. Expansions.
Business. Farewell.
Yeah, as far as main quest goes, it makes sense that we're nearing the end.
Hail, savior of Bruma.
That's me. Hero of Kavach, savior of Bruma. Do all the things, person, an NPC, or not NPC, player character of all things. That restore my face. My face has been restored, personality. And then while I'm here, I'm gonna scoop up every buff I can muster. Every buff I can mustered. Extra fucked up. Yeah, I mean, our face is already pretty fucked up. Clearly our face is already fucked up. But our personality, when it's unbuffed, is 30. So when our personality gets damaged, we feel it especially because 30 is quite low. And then, like, what was it, 25 earlier? I mean, that is a pretty notable differential, I would say.
Very nice to see you again. Justice has been done.
You're glowing.
To think, it was here at Bruma where the tide finally turned against
He's glowing. He's fancy.
Now we're counting on you to help Martin claim the throne and put an end to this terror.
And Lunatic Chef, thank you for gifting a gift sub to Mr. Gundam Guy. Gundam Guy has been helping us out a whole lot with a bunch of intel and behind the scenes deets about this game. So thank you to Gundam Guy for the help and the advice, and thank you to Lunatic Chef for another gift sub. Lunatic Chef, not one to be outdone by himself. Lunatic Chef says, I'm take it to the one more notch. Just one more. Thank you for that, Lunatic Chef. That's very sweet, buddy. I really can't emphasize. You've done so much for me, man. And it's never an expectation. As always, I'm just glad you're here. That goes for all of you guys. I'm just happy you're here. I don't want anybody to ever think that you have to buy my love and admiration. You get that shit for free just by being here. There's an NPC that talked about a giant creature coming from the... Oh, that's right. Yeah, they talked about when the gate opened in front of Kavach. Because that's what they were going for. They were probably gunning for Martin specifically. And they used this giant, terrifying bastard of a machine to get at it. What's up, Pelican? Delay the final quest. Yeah, I mean, that is one thing you could do. I've been advised that when you beat the main quest, it does cause all Oblivion gates to close. So if there's Oblivion gates you want to explore and things you want to get from them, you want to make sure to clear them out first. But I don't know if I have it in me, honestly, to clear out like a bunch of extra Oblivion gates. I'll probably just go for it once the main quest presents itself as being done. Never played Skyrim. I've never played it either, actually. Yeah, I've never played it. This has only been my second Elder Scrolls game after Morrowind, actually. What's up, White Flare? Behind my face in the game. Yeah, I don't know if there's lore behind it. There's the headcanon that I claim, where almost literal headcanon, where because this man's head is like kind of fucked up looking just a little bit, especially like the shape. Look at that side profile with that kind of crescent shape there. The headcanon is that he like got bashed in the nose, like right head on in the nose when he was months old as an infant, and his parents never like got it looked at, and that it like crushed his skull inwards. It like crushed his skull inwards, and his body never like fully recovered. It like deformed his skull, and it caused his face to get all swollen and puffy and made his entire body purple, I guess. So I guess that's my headcanon for why our guy looks so fucked up. Thank you, by the way, Jimmy. Jimmy, just in time for the lore dump behind our strange purple bastard. What's up, Stoats? It's good to see you, buddy. How fare the... I fare well, my friend. Stoats, I thought of you the other day. Gracie and I have been slowly watching the new Game of Thrones series. And I think it was episode 3. One of the main characters is hungover. And instead of saying he's hungover, he like kind of in a moody voice says, "The gods are punishing me for my overindulgence." And when he said that, I was like, that sounds like something Stoats would say, because Stoats always has like the cool kind of minstrel, kind of medieval terminology he likes to sprinkle into conversations. Very Ren Fair-esque way of speaking, which is always fun. So it's like I've never drank. I don't drink and I've never drank, so I've never had a hangover. But next time I'm like up too late playing video games and I'm tired the next day, I will not say, oh, sorry, I'm tired, I was playing video games. I will say, the gods are punishing me for my overindulgence. Anyway, thank you to Dave for the shout out for Jimmy. See, Jimmy was doing some Secret World. If you recall, I want to say 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I was playing a bunch of Secret World Legends myself. I played through that game all the way through from start to finish. My first playthrough in quite a long time, actually. And Jamie was there for so much of it, he actually led me through a bunch of the extra quests and some of the group quests, the raids and such. So yeah, Jimmy is an awesome dude and helped us out a whole lot. And Jamie is kind of one of the premier Secret World streamers, Secret World Legends streamers out there. What are we up to tonight, by the way, Mr. Jim? See if there was any fun projects you're on right now, because Jimmy's done some pretty good challenge playthroughs. You can go into Red Mountain in Arena Gun. That's kind of cool. I didn't realize that Red Mountain would have been like reachable in Arena. But that's pretty cool. Let's get caught up here. Negotiate with Dagoth Oh, interesting. But he probably didn't exist yet. Yeah, I'm guessing he wouldn't have been a thing yet at that point. Many a night the gods have punished my hubris. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Stoats knows the cool manner of speaking. Oh, that's right. I want to see what he has.
How you and Captain Bird closed that Oblivion gate outside town. You're a real hero around here.
Side-by-side playthroughs. So are you like, do you have them both running simultaneously, or you're like, you may be taking turns? On this stream I'm going to do this quest, and then on the other stream I'll do the same quest but in the older version. Because yeah, there's the Secret World and then there's Secret World Legends, two separate games. They're very similar obviously, but yeah, Legends is the newer relaunch, whereas Worlds, or the Secret Worlds, was the that was like the older one, obviously, the original, if you will.
It's terrible, but I have the feeling that worse is yet to come. I may go to Anvil to hear that prophet preach, before it's too late.
Dagoth welcomes you, Novar. Then he's like, yeah, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah, Arena NPC, homie, just jumps in. I left it in a drawer somewhere. Yeah, I can hear like the Dagoth voice in my head. Got him, guy. Get ourselves an Arena remake. That'd be interesting. I don't know shit about Arena. I know a little bit about Daggerfall and a lot about Morrowind, but yeah, Arena would be interesting to like revisit. The game Arena, that is.
Chapel has made enemies here in the past. The Norge prefer their dragon Ismir to our father Akatai.
Ismir. So side by side on the same screen, Jimmy. That's pretty cool. Dang, man. Yeah, Jimmy is always finding new ways to play and challenge himself in Secret World Legends, because he's played the game a lot. He's beaten it with every class possible. He's like he's worked with the devs on like bug fixes and shit like that. So Jimmy is like very much closely entangled with the game and its community. So it's like he's always thinking of new and like fresh ways to experience it, and keeping it interesting for himself and for those around him when he streams it, obviously. So yeah, something like that is very innovative. I admire, Jimmy, your ability to like find new ways to enjoy a game that is clearly important to you, as it should be. It's a good one. Quests. So yes, that's where we're going. On to our way to Paradise. Yeah, I kind of want to just keep at it with the main quest, actually. Like I said, there's definitely more Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood. Lots of side quest things to do as well. I think really we're just going to Cloud Ruler. Just hop on over. Little differences, that's right. Starting NPC at the tent has a... that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's like a detail I don't think I would have noticed, honestly. Because yeah, the beginning intro sequence is very different between the original. The classes are like completely different. Well, the classes, I guess, in general are the same. Like they're most of the same classes, but like their skill sets are different. And even like their intentions are different. I think hammers were like more for being like tanky in the original game, and then were more DPS in Legends. So it's like those kinds of differences where archetypes were switched up quite a bit. The dungeon, you're right, Gundam Guy, it is called Dagoth. So if presuming that Dagoth the dungeon exists in Arena or something, then that'd be interesting. Oh god. Here's this spinning this spinning ball of fucking hatred, and then here's this, yeah, these are the two things we got earlier. Yeah, the Welkin stone. And Martin's just chilling over here. I know I'm a little bit sad he's back into like his standard gear and not wearing his cool armor anymore. And there's nobody in here. Joffrey's gone. Barus is gone. They're all gone. They're all dead. Time for some mindfuckery, says Fivefinger. Let's do a quick save here. I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm guessing there's going to be some tomfoolery. That's right, Stoat. That's what we got ahead of us.
I have everything in place for the ritual.
Everything in place.
I'll open the portal whenever you're
Time for some revelations, says Gendry Guy. Very exciting.
I don't know what you'll find in Camoran's paradise. I do know the portal I create through the Mysterium Xarxes ritual will close behind you. You'll have to find another way back. I believe that Mankar Camoran acts as the anchor for paradise, just as a sigil stone anchors an Oblivion gate in place. Kill Mankar Camoran, and you will unmake his paradise. Shall I open the portal to paradise? Are you ready?
I think that should happen, fam.
Farewell, my friend. Our fate is in your hands. Bring back...
This is what Stoats was telling us about. That's right. Yeah, where after this point, the Oblivion gates will all shut once this is all done. So there it is. He's been working on this for a long time to crack it open. So let's see. He was saying that, yeah, whatever we want to bring with us, well, rather, what's the way to say it? Once we leave this place, it and all other Oblivion gates will close. So if there's anything that we find in here that we want to take with us, we want to make sure we have room for. So is there anything that I should like drop to make room for? Make room for this stuff. I mean, there's definitely extra things that I don't need to be hanging on to. We sold a bunch of stuff and did a bunch of inventory management earlier, so I think we're okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. I think we're set. Yeah, high level differences, sure. But there's the small differences, Jimmy. Yeah, that's the stuff I would not have recognized had it not been for the side-by-side that you're doing. You should have water. Yeah, just little touches like that are kind of fun. The animation was kind of so-so. I like the little, like, the warpy effects. There's, like, this, like, warbling that happened with, like light refraction, so it was kind of neat. And I like how the portal looks. It's like a three-dimensional portal, not just the flat one that you see from the usual places.
We have only one chance at this. Use the portal to Camoran's paradise before it closes again.
It's now or never, that's right. Let's do this thing, baby. In we go. Yeah, like I've mentioned before that I don't really have much interest in going through a bunch of Oblivion gates after, you know, the bundle we've already done. I feel like I've gotten my fill of them. But it's cool that there are more, because I mean the sigil stones are pretty nice, and there's a lot of cool gear you can get inside of those Oblivion gates. Some of the Dremor you fight have some pretty cool drops. I mean, there's nice things there, but I feel like I've had my fill, probably. If you walked off with it closed, probably not. Probably not. But wouldn't that be some shit? Yeah, if it was like on a timer or something. So the portal's closed behind me. Gotta find the Amulet of Kings, and it was called Mankar Camoran's Paradise. And look at this, it looks pretty idyllic. For such an...
The cat's paw of the Septims arrives at last. You didn't think you could take me unawares here, of all places, in the paradise that I created. Look now upon my paradise. Gaia Alata in the old tongue, a vision of the past and the future.
Well then. So yes, unsurprisingly, he knows about our little... Oh, we have monsters, though. So it's paradise, but it's not without conflict. A Frosty Atronach, by the way. I haven't fought many of those in a while, actually. Ouch. Killed a deer recently, apparently. Now, why would an Atronach want to kill a deer? I don't think they would eat, would they? If they are... Well, maybe they're not golems per se. Yeah, maybe they eat. I don't know. I'm thinking, like, what would a... Like, do these things have digestion systems? Like, I guess I never considered this necessarily. And now he is over his kill. Did he ever eat the deer meat? He did not. And he just let it spoil. Missed the siege. It was pretty cool. The siege of Bruma was pretty cool. I like that since we got all the allies for Bruma, that we had a lot of help. I was kind of hoping there'd be even more NPCs. Like, it was cool that we were fighting alongside our homies. It was kind of weird that each city sent one fighter, like one representative. I was kind of hoping it'd be a bit more epic, but it was still pretty cool. I mean, there was probably about 10 NPCs in total, which is a pretty good cluster, and they were throwing a lot of monsters at us, so I would say it was fitting. So I thought that was pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and follow the path. I'll stick to the plot here. Stick to the plan. The siege engine, that was pretty cool too. Yeah, that was kind of neat, and I liked how. Usually I'm not a huge fan of like being on like a timer, so to speak, but I did think it was kind of cool where, yeah, it was a race against time with like an actual fail state. Yeah, I can't really think of many cases like that in Morrowind for that matter, where like, yeah, there was like a really consequential fail state other than, you know, you kill the NPC or something. They are just Daedra, so yeah, they must feed like any other organism then. Paradise for a Daedra worshiper. Yeah, I guess that's a thing. It's a different kind of paradise. Mana Bloom. This is Liquor. Have I seen this before? Restore Magicka. Oh, that's kind of cool. Grab a few of them. Ambrosia. I think we've seen Ambrosia. Restore Health. Huh. I guess I've never seen where these come from. Grab a bunch of them. Yeah, we saw, I think, a little bit of both of these in a previous Mages Guild location or something. Maybe not, but we've seen something. We've seen Ambrosia and Liquor before. I never had seen them in the main overworld. There was a point in time where these guys were pretty tough to fight, but since we've been dealing almost exclusively with Storm Atriox for a long time, these are actually pretty easy to fight, really. They still do a lot of damage, though. So once, yeah, that's the thing too. Yeah, Dan can probably tell. I'm very much wanting to explore. I'm also wanting to, like, you know, kind of stick to the plot here, but this is pretty cool. And yeah, I have a feeling that this, like the Oblivion gates, are a broken bridge. Oh wait, you're armed though. Are you gonna be nice? Nope. Ascended Immortal.
Leave me alone. So you found your way to Gaia Arlata at last. Don't we have enough troubles here without you adding to them? Leave us alone. Your quarrel is with Mankar Camoran, not us poor fools.
Us poor fools. Does she not want to be here? She's ascended. Maybe she leveled up throughout the Mythic Dawn, but maybe she regrets doing so. 55%. Oh, really? Five Finger. Yeah, so it could have been some other Daedra. Interesting.
Gaia Arlata is the master's name for this place. We usually just call it.
So it's a proper name too.
This is the Savage Garden. At the top of that mountain lies the Terrace of Dawn, which leads up to Mankar Camoran's palace, Carrick Agaialor. Beneath the mountain lies the Forbidden Grotto, the only way out of the Savage Garden.
Tell me more about this.
The only way out of the Savage Garden. Only those wearing the bands of the Chosen may enter the Forbidden Grotto, but they never return, so we don't know what fate awaits them.
What about the bands of the Chosen?
Only those wearing the bands can enter the Forbidden Grotto. No one who enters the grotto ever returns. Everyone here died in the Master's service. As the Master promised, we are now immortal, like the Daedra. But our life here is a nightmare.
So it's not what it would seem.
The garden torment us endlessly. When they kill us, we are soon reborn, and the cycle begins again. No one has yet found a way to leave the garden, except those few given the bands of the Chosen and allowed to enter the Forbidden Grotto.
So yeah, so that's That's something then. Immortality is not what it's. Yeah, so there are some downsides to this paradise.
Leave me in peace.
What weapon does she have? Just a standard mace, yeah, standard club rather. So there's bad guys to fight. Apparently there's a monster near when I first saw her, because my first reaction was thinking that she was gonna want to fight us. So the Daedra are a pain in the ass apparently. Oh, speaking of which. Is she running away from me? The deer's not going to fight back. Ugh, paralyzed. Didn't think she was going to run away from us, dude. Maybe she saw us spank down the happenings with the Bruma gate. So maybe that spider Daedra is like, you know what? I don't want to fuck with this guy. He's scary. There's some blood right here, so she's fighting other things. What's up, Elgaso? Good to see you, dude. Oh yeah, now she's accosting this poor lad.
Savage garden, where my disciples are tempered for a higher destiny, to rule over Tamriel Reborn. If you are truly the hero of destiny, as I hope, the garden will not hold.
You destroyed the Sigil Tower at Gunova.
Way to interrupt me, dude.
My kin say you fought well.
I have nothing to say to you.
Our clan sacked your city of Kavach. A trifling task, fit for scamps.
Look at his eyes.
Your swift retribution earned you much respect among my people. We had not expected that a mortal would act with such resolution and honor. It is no dishonor for us to speak.
Kathutet. I'm going to kill you. Not a whole lot to explore. I mean, I just kind of want to explore around just because, like, if there's other NPCs to talk to, and I don't know, just to kind of drink it in. But yeah, I don't expect that there's like dungeons or anything.
You speak directly, like one of my people almost. I'm glad I did not kill you immediately. There is but one way out of the garden. I guard that path. You will travel that path, and it will bring me honor to defeat you. But you shamed my kin at Gunova. To bring you into my service, that would also bring me honor. So I offer you a choice. Would you confront me in battle, or offer me service?
I have some questions.
You are impertinent, mortal. I did not offer to answer questions.
That's yeah, 5 agree. Yeah, I was fighting the spider Daedra, and this guy just kind of walks up. Interesting that, yeah, he says, like, yeah, we can either fight or you can work with me. So if, yeah, he was saying my kin were part of the people that opened up the portal to Kavach, all that jazz. So I mean, he's a Daedra, he's not exactly a good guy. But I'm kind of curious, like, what this service option would entail. I think battle would be, you fight him and he dies. But service, I think, would be interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see what service will entail.
Intriguing choice. And I have a task in mind that will test your wit and your loyalty. The rabble of the Savage Garden have imprisoned the Zivilai Anaxes. I consider his humiliation a fitting punishment. However, his shame attaches to me, and though the matter is too small for my attention, it is not too small for one of my servants. Free Zivilai Anaxes, and I shall reward you with the key to the Forbidden Grotto, the bands of the Chosen.
Yeah, these Zivilai, that's the like gray-skinned, like the large gray-skinned dudes. They're shirtless. They got like little like the loincloth things. They usually have like a two-handed sword they're wielding with one hand.
Mankar Camoran's chattels, The unmortals that swarm here in the Savage Garden, their proper role is to test themselves in unceasing combat. But, being no true immortals, they are without honor or courage, and shy from battle. However, by some trick, they trapped one of my agents, the Zivilai Anaxes, in a cave. They show initiative, and Anaxes doubtless deserves humiliation. But I cannot permit this to continue. Do me this service of freeing Anaxes, and I will reward you with the bands of the Chosen and passage to the Forbidden Grotto.
Learning about Daedra hierarchy. Yeah, so the Zivilai serve the Dremora.
Mankar Camoran's chattels trapped the Zivilai Anaxes in a cave. He is their lord, and thus they mock him and me.
And the Ascended Immortals are at the bottom.
And restore order to the garden, and you shall have the bands of the Chosen.
His manner of speaking makes my throat hurt. Just listening to him talk, it's very intense, very like Batman, like Christian Bale's Batman, like very like harsh. It's like, oh, here, drink some water, bud.
At Mankar Camoran's command, a favored few are given the bands of the Chosen and may leave the Savage Garden. You cannot pass through the door to the Forbidden Grotto unless you wear the bands.
And he's always like in a scowl. Always in a bad mood.
From the Savage Garden is through the Forbidden Grotto. Only those wearing the bands of the Chosen are allowed to leave the garden.
So his name is Cathutet. Cathute. I'll just call him Kathy. Right, Catherine. Nope, that right. Hey, you interrupted this fight.
My seat at the pinnacle of paradise. I shall await you there.
It's like, alright, anyway, I'm gonna leave now. Let's see if there's like anything up there. Gotta try to improve his mood. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, you're right. There's the disposition thing, right? You're right, Dan. I should have thought about that. Is he still here? Where did he go? Yeah, wait, I want to cheer you up. I want to make you happy. I think he already went to the gate, yeah. We'll see him again, probably. That's the Flooded Grotto, okay. We'll probably see him again. And yeah, we'll try to improve his disposition. See if he likes jokes and admiration. I'm gonna guess he likes coercion and admiration, but hates jokes and hates, what's the fourth one? Intimidation, maybe? So I want to get up there at some point. Yeah, here we go. We saw this person was fighting something. Is he running away from me? Oh no, he's picking a fight with this thing, of all things. Oh, and he get fucking one shot. Why did you want to fight this motherfucker? Why did you run away? It didn't have to be this way, dude. I mean, I admire his chutzpah. Think he loves intimidations? Maybe he would, yeah. Maybe he would like intimidations more than he would like coercion. Jokes would be a no-go, though. Daedra and their jokes. Clubs and pants. At least they gave him pants. I mean, that's the bare minimum. The barest of bare minimums. I wanted to see what was in these structures, these gazebos. I wasn't expecting a way shrine, so wasn't expecting much, but I was curious. What are these cups? Nothing of use. Green stained cup cap. Now, what kinds of things are out here? Restore fatigue and damage everything. Oh, reflect damage. That's kind of nice. Reflect everything. Damage and reflect. The Daedric gazebos. Yes, the evil gazebos. Evil gazebo. That's Evil Knievel's stepbrother. Evil gazebo. It's just fun to say. I invite all of you to say that combination of words. Evil gazebo. Just say it out loud to yourself every so often and you will feel better. It employs psychic healing. The opposite of psychic damage, that is. So we found the door to the flooded grotto. Alright, this guy's clubless.
Leave me alone. What do you want, mortal?
Mortal, yeah, so they have nothing else new to talk about necessarily. So we've seen some deer, we've seen some Daedra, some spider Daedra, we've seen some Atronox, a frost one specifically. There's another one. Can I be sneaky? Let's see what's up there as well. Ooh, shiny. Look at that. He's like shining, glistening in the sunlight. Yeah, sneak attack for 1 times damage. Hell yeah, I'm so fancy. If you say it enough times, that's right, you will ascend. You will ascend to the next plane of existence. And perhaps, if you say it enough times, immortality. You just heal. What a cheater. Only cheaters use healing abilities, Alex says, as he heals his character with the healing spell. Then I think we're back to where we started, or at least near where we started. There's another Daedric evil gazebo, although I'm guessing, much like the other one we just saw, it has nothing of significance. Yeah, I see you. Don't worry. I can't not see you. You're big and icy and reflective. It's kind of hard to pass you up. Yeah, Five Finger says, "Oh my gosh, I said it too many times, Alex, and now I'm in paradise, and I'm being chased by demons in a garden. Worst mistake of my life."
What news from Tamriel? Is Lord Dagon's victory almost complete?
It's an interesting thing for an ascended immortal to say, very nonchalantly.
You? How can you be here? No matter. You are too late to stop Lord Dagon's victory. Soon we will return to Tamriel to rule over it as lords. While you will remain here in the Eternal Garden forever.
Is this guy seems like the other ones are like kind of bummed. They're like, this place is not what we hoped. This guy seems like he's totally down for all this, I guess.
Those favored by the Master to wear the bands may enter the Forbidden Grotto and leave this savage.
Yeah, he's into it. That's right. He's got the same title as everyone else, but he's like, he drank the Kool-Aid.
The Forbidden Grotto
Big
is
gulps.
the only way out of the Savage Garden. Those who earn the Master's favor are given the bands of the Chosen and allowed to leave the garden. We have all died in the Master's service. Here in Gaia Alata, we are immortal and wait to return to Tamriel after Lord Dagon's final victory.
Now, he seemed to recognize us. I wonder if he was one of the ones we murdered in self-defense. Self-defended murder. If he's one of the ones we fought at the cult location where we stole the Mysterium Xarxes. But if he's one of the NPCs we fought, because he recognized us. He was like, "You, what are you doing here?" There's a lot of them out here.
You're new to Gaia Alata, aren't you? Are you here to end this nightmare and free us all from the savage
This guy
garden?
wants to get the fuck out of Dodge. Who can blame him?
Leave me in peace. Please end this nightmare if you can.
An ascended immortal is fleeing.
What do you want more?
Okay, nothing else then.
Leave me in peace.
Well, interesting stuff. Yeah, Can't say I'm surprised that some of them, upon arriving here, are like, man, this place is kind of shitty. There's a Storm Atronach. Whereas others, I guess, are down for it. Yeah, others have drank enough of the Kool-Aid where they're like, this suffering is worth it. That their faith will be rewarded when Big Daddy Dagon comes back and spanks reality, and we get to rule over Tamriel as lords and ladies. Slain by me in the cave. Yeah, so if these are the NPCs we would have fought. Because that one definitely recognized us. Some of them, yeah, some of them have different attitudes, yeah. Like some are quite striking. Whoop. And others are more kind of passive about the whole thing. They're just like, please leave me alone. Like, it's like, I don't even want to be here, dude. And of course, as is often the case with these kinds of places, and keep fighting these things, keep killing them, there will always be more. Always more where that came from. This is the one we saw from a distance earlier. So far, we have that door that we saw. So this is the active quest. We need to find this cave then. It's the Flooded Grotto. I don't actually know where it is. It's gonna be this way then. So that would presume then... that would presume then that the cave, the people who have trapped this guy in the cave would be the people who don't want to be here. The ones that want to leave. The guy who's like super into this, he wouldn't be, you know, doing something that is considered an embarrassment and a shame upon his leaders. His captors even. So you can be in water. Cool. And then the Forbidden Grotto is going to be interesting too. Yeah, I'm excited for all this. It's all interesting and weird and very twisted. Could there be a steamy Atronach? There you go, Fiverr, getting steamy. Yeah, I was thinking previously, what if we were to knock the Frost Atronach into the water? They probably wouldn't mind it too much. Whoa! But yeah, you get a Flame Atronach in here, presumably it would hurt them, right? You would think it would hurt them. Whereas a Flame Atronach could be immune to lava, probably. But I like what Fivefinger is getting at. Yeah, there's the Forbidden Steam Atronach. We've yet to see. Yeah, I think there'd be other flavors of Atronach. Like a water Atronach. There it is, yeah. If a Flame Atronach and a... Well, actually, maybe that's the other one. Yeah, when a Flame Atronach and a Frost Atronach congregate together. In the biblical sense of the words, to congregate. Oh, sorry, conjugate. That's the right... Let me use the proper term. Conjugate. If there is public conjugation between a Frost Atronach and a Flame Atronach, they spawn a Steam Atronach and then also a Water Atronach. And of course, then there are Earth Atronachs, obviously, and if a Water Atronach were to exfoliate with a if an Earth Atronach were to exfoliate with a Water Atronach, then the Earth Atronach would become supercharged, superpowered. Grape Atronach, yeah, different flavors. Yes, there's the blue flavor. Yeah, I like the implication that grape is a flavor and then blue is a flavor. It tastes like grape. This one tastes like blue. Conjugate. There, yeah. Stoats is picking up what I'm putting down. Stoats knows exactly what I'm getting at when I'm throwing out words like conjugate with a certain implication. That is such a good line. That is such a good line. That's like such a goofy and like delightful moment from Animaniacs. Yeah. Conjugate? I've never even kissed a girl. It's okay, Wacko. I'll conjugate with you. Good night, everybody. Yeah, that's a good fucking moment, dude. The kind of shit where as a kid, it made no sense. I was like, you know, everyone's laughing, so cool. I guess it's funny. And as an adult, I go, oh, I get it. I've never tasted blue. Well, the joke here really is that I have tasted the forbidden flavor profile that is blue. Because I've told the story before, so I'll apologies to anyone who's heard the story before. But back in like high school, me and my friends were into like energy drinks, Moz energy drink, and Nas, and all this other stuff. And there was like fun, like, you know, we enjoyed trying different ones. It was just kind of a fun thing to try sometimes. And one of our favorites was one called Jolt Cola. It might still be around. I could be mistaken, but at one point it went away and then came back in limited capacity. So Jolt Cola. And Jolt Cola had several different flavors. There was cola flavored. Then there was, I think, strawberry, or maybe it was cherry. There was a few of them, but then there was one that was called blue. Not blueberry, just blue. And I remember thinking like, oh, that's kind of fun. Like it's labeled as being blue flavored. Like, I wonder what blue is. Surely it's just blueberry. So I bought one and I was like, oh, let's see what it's all about. And I get home, I crack it open, I take a sip, and yeah, it tasted like blue. It was distinctly not blueberry. I've tasted blueberries, I've tasted blueberry flavored things. This was not that. This was something entirely unique, and I would only use the word blue to describe it. So that's what I think of, and I think of things tasting like colors. Tasting like blue. Layer of Anaxes is where we're going, by the way. Just a joke. Yeah. I knew what Stoats is getting at. Yeah, I got you, baby. And then there's Pepsi Blue. That's right. Oh, Goss, you were saying that Pepsi Blue was pretty good back in the day. And they stopped making it a while back, which is a shame. Oh, there was an autosave. Good. Yeah, I actually recently picked up, I don't really drink a whole lot of soda, but every once in a while it's a nice thing. Maybe once a week I might drink a soda. And one of my go-tos is Coke Zero with cherry. It's one of my favorites, but I've had a hard time finding it lately. I think there's been distribution issues, what's the word? Supply chain issues, that kind of thing. So with supply chain issues, I think that Coke hasn't been making it as much lately, so it's harder to find. However, Pepsi Zero with cherry, or whatever they call it, Pepsi Zero Sugar with cherry, is very easy to find. So I bought a 12-pack of that. I've yet to open them. I've yet to like try one, but I'm expecting it to be, you know, just kind of okay. Was it like a blue raspberry? It didn't taste like raspberry, as I recall. I mean, it's been a while. This was like, but this was like over 15 years ago, so it's been a while. But I mean, I've tasted raspberry flavored things too, so I don't think it was that.
Please don't let
This must be the place.
He torments us night and day. What do you want, mortal? He's trapped at the back of the cave. It took us weeks to prepare the trap, and he killed us many times before we finally succeeded. The lesser creatures of the Eternal Garden still torment us, but Anaxes was the worst. He toyed with us, prolonging our deaths for his pleasure. You must not release him, for pity's sake.
And of course, you know, part of us wants to take pity on these people because they're stuck here. Although they were involved with this cult and they were, you know, involved in killing people, that kind of thing. So these aren't exactly good people, but, you know, it's such as how it goes when it comes to having pity on those who are remorseful, that kind of deal. Ooh, Stoats has got one. There's one. Oh, wait, Battletech. Oh, that's kind of cool. Coolant Flush. Oh my god. Did it taste like fucking antifreeze or like fucking oh my, I'm thinking of like, oh wow, it tastes like the blue stuff that I used to clean toilets. That's what comes to mind. Like, it would taste like what toilet cleaner would taste like, because that's what I think of. I think of how blue the toilet cleaner juice is. The forbidden toilet cleaner juice under the kitchen sink.
What do you want,
or the bathroom sink, I guess. Coolant Flush. Well, now there's like G Fuel. There's like flavored, well, it's all flavored, but like there's like promotional G Fuel products that is you can buy at grocery stores. There's like the Crash Bandicoot Wampa fruit flavored one. There's like a peach flavored one that has Sonic the Hedgehog on it.
Please, don't let Anaxes loose. He torments us night and day.
So it's a renaissance of themed energy drinks.
Leave me in peace.
5-hour energy. Oh boy. If I could drink it and fall asleep, we get $5. Poor White Flare. Putting health and body on the line. For $5. Dreamed I was running a marathon. Wow. That's wild, White Flare. Yeah, we were just talking about I'm sorry, we're not about White Flare, sorry. We weren't talking about you. We were talking about 5-hour energy, and some people, I guess like it. I've never tried it. It sounds not great. Gracie used to use 5-hour energy every once in a great while years ago, and she hated it. She said the flavor was awful, and it's like, yeah, it was a little energy boost, but she said it was like rarely ever worth it. She said it just made her feel awful, and the energy boost was just not worth. There's nothing else here. Let's go ahead and crack open the thing. Yeah, some people like it though. I remember Arctic saying it's not bad. It's just, you know, caffeine and some like vitamin B12, I think. He's got the link, says Stowe. It's very good, man. Yeah. There's a few others that have caught my eye. There's a Mega Man E-Tank energy drink that you can find in some places. I think Slackers, Stoats, you probably remember Slackers, and some of those places stock these kinds of things where, I don't know if they're really mass-produced or if they're just rebranded generic energy drink things, but there's like other video game themed ones that are kind of fun. Shadowrun called Dragon Piss? Oh my god. Man, I don't know. I don't know how I would expect Dragon Piss to taste, but I would be afraid of it. Tastes like Flintstones vitamins, and they're really sour. Well, one of my favorite Gartic Fun prompts that I think I've yet to use is... Or was it a Gartic Fun prompt? I can't remember, but like just a funny thing I wrote down was like eating 20 Flintstones kids vitamins before having sex. Anyway, the door is jammed and it won't budge. Leg.
Don't let Anaxes out.
Don't do it. Anyway.
No. Get away from there.
Oh. Only took 2 of them. Are you gonna want to talk to me? Oh, he's not doing a very good job of attacking them either, for that matter. He says, time to terrorize. He was gonna break free eventually, man. That was not exactly the most... Oh, he had 38 gold in him for some reason. Not the most comprehensive solution. Now, the good news is that guy got by that boulder, but he'll be back. They come alive eventually. How they sprung the trap. Yeah, it said that he killed them several times before they were able to make it happen. Just chase them around. He's just going for melee attacks. They can easily outrun him. Yeah, they said it took them weeks to plan it, and that it. I mean, the thing is that everyone's immortal, so they come back alive anyway. Dragon anything would be spicy. I think there is a... I want to say there's like a style... There's a whiskey maker. Or maybe not whiskey, but some kind of liquor maker company that does like a bunch of like various kind of D&D sounding products. I don't know if it's whiskey or brandy or something else, but a bunch of liquor products, and one of them I think is called Dragon's Milk. And apparently it's quite good, but quite strong. I don't know what it entails. I don't know if it has like a milky, creamy texture. I have no idea. But apparently it was like, used to be fairly sought after, I think. 5 hour energy extra, or rather energy extra strength. Because 5 hours of regular energy is not enough. 206 milligrams, which is a lot. I mean, 206 is a lot, I think, at least. I think a cup of coffee is like 80 to 100, so that's not a small amount of coffee. It's not ridiculous, though. Maybe I'm just very intolerant of caffeine. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I am, and honestly, a lot of it's just because I don't drink a lot of caffeine. Or, like, I don't intake a lot of caffeine throughout the week. The most caffeine I ever drink is on stream, actually. Whenever on weekends, I'll sometimes drink a coffee beverage. And that's the most I ever do. It's beer. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like a thick stout. Interesting. Okay, it's good. Yeah, I've heard people like it a lot, actually. Any revelations? No, we just freed the Zivalai from the cave. Oomp. I admire that she has the guts to block our sword with her bare ass hands. Bare ass hands. Bonk. And her face sinks into her own ass. So now I think we're going to the Flooded Grotto, right? There's a bar that had the themed drinks. Oh, that's cool. Oh, they were named after D&D. That's cool. Yeah, yeah. Scotty's. But they had to retire. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. Here's the dude.
Anexes is free. Order is restored to the Savage Garden. You have served me well. In return for your service, I will give you the key to the Forbidden Grotto, if you still wish it.
I do wish it. My friends oh, yeah, Bang has 300, yeah? That's the thing, like, some energy drinks do it differently. Some just are loaded with caffeine. Some do things like ginseng, which I think has natural, like, it's like an alternative to caffeine. Some just have, like, a fuck ton of sugar. So, yeah, it seems like every energy drink does it differently. Also, the nice thing about Bang is you can turn to your friend, have one in your hand, and say, hey, bro, want a Bang? And they can be like, sure, bro. And then you hand it to them, and you just banged them. They would do like 2 a night Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's a lot of caffeine, but yeah, some people are more like used to it. Their bodies are able to tolerate it better because they have a higher tolerance. I'll take this key from your core. Yeah, can I still like fight him? I still want to fuck him up, honestly.
You are unlike any other mortal I have encountered. You serve me, and then you spurn a reward for your service.
I'm special.
Come, as an equal. I shall grace your name and corpse with honor.
Hell yeah. Have at thee. I mean, unless he's like a super powered badass, he's gonna be like every other Dormora we've murdered. So I'm pretty confident this will be a cakewalk. He's lighting me on fire pretty well, but motherfucker has no idea I'm a Dunmer. I guess my purple face makes it so that it's not obvious that I am Urging flame. My purple face makes it not obvious that I'm, you know, resistant to fire in every way. Bands of the Chosen, there they are. Weakness to fire. Hey, I still have an overall resistance with these things. Forbidden Grotto. Take his heart too. Fuck yeah. Robbed and blind. Oh, I'm still on fire, by the way.
How little you understand. You cannot stop Lord Dagon. The principalities have sparkled as gems in the black reaches of Oblivion since the first morning. Many are their names and the names of their masters. The cold harbor of Meridia, Periite's quagmire, the 10 moon shadows of Mephala, and Dawn's beauty, the princedom of Lorcan, misnamed Tamriel by deluded mortals.
Princedom of Lorcan. Now, Lorcan's a name we've heard before, because we, of course, remember the heart of Lorcan.
Yes, you understand now. Tamriel is just one more Daedric realm of Oblivion, long since lost to its prince when he was betrayed by those that served him.
So that's a cool little note there.
Lord Dagon cannot invade Tamriel, his birthright. He comes to liberate the occupied lands.
So that's a new one. Claiming, at least, that Tamriel is not just a special, you know, separate era from all these other Daedric realms, but that it itself is a Daedric realm. Interesting. And that it was usurped by these mortals. Trade. Or its original prince betrayed. Bare ass hands. Yes, hands sprouting out of my ass. As it should be. As the good Lord intended. A lock around the wrists. It's kind of a shame, because it means that I can't use my cool gloves, my cool guy gloves, which are busted ass anyway. So it fortifies a bunch of things. So he claims kind of guy. Yeah, we'll have to find out more. Although I am gonna take a BRB because I need to use the potty. I gotta use the restroom. Pretty good stuff. But I use the restroom and I got some tea that is steeping right now. The flooded grotto. Now it's not the forbidden grotto, it's a flooded grotto, but I'm assuming that this is, you know, the right place to be. Let's find the door and see if he was telling the truth. And because we have this fire weakness being applied, our guy looks extra sad and extra purple, actually, of all things. It's a weakness to fire. That's right, so we have a constant curse, but our resist fire is still alright, so I think we'll be okay. But we look extra sad and extra purple. Everything is as a purple sheen to it. Purple hue.
Ask yourself.
Hold on. Hold that thought.
How is it that mighty gods die, yet the Daedra stand incorruptible? How is it that the Daedra forthrightly proclaim themselves to man, while the gods cower behind statues and the faithless words of traitor priests? It is simple. They are not gods at all. The truth has been in front of you since you first were born. The Daedra are the true gods of this universe. Julianos, Dibella, and Stondar are all Lorcan's betrayers, posing as divinities in the principality that has lost its guiding light. What are scholarship, love, and mercy when compared to fate, night, and destruction? The gods you worship are trifling shadows of first causes. They have tricked you for ages.
Okay, so we lost.
Why do you think
hold on.
your world has always been contested ground, the arena of powers and immortals? It is Tamriel, the realm of change, brother to madness, sister to deceit. Your false gods could not entirely rewrite history. Thus you remember tales of Lorcan vilified, a dead trickster whose heart came to Tamriel.
We know that one.
But if a god can die, how does his heart survive? He is Daedroth, Tamriel I Daedroth. This heart is the heart of the world, for one was made to satisfy the other. You all remember this. It is in every legend. Daedra cannot die, so your so-called gods cannot erase him from your minds completely.
Okay. So yeah, some lore dumps for sure. Some cult lectures. That's right. Yeah. So it's interesting because we've had a number of NPCs. Well, actually, specifically Daedra worshippers have said to us like, almost like verbatim what this guy. Maybe not all of it, but some of what he is saying. How it's like, you know, the divine, the gods that the Empire likes to prop up. You know, what do? They just hide behind their statues, like he says. They don't do shit. But the Daedra at least do things. They don't always do good things, but they definitely do things. I mean, yeah, fair. And what he was saying about, the heart of Lorcan, which of course we all remember from Morrowind. That was a key fixture of that game, and Vivek and Amalexia, and talking about how these well, I don't know if that's what he's getting at, but I use them as examples of living gods that are killable. You know, Vivek could be killed, Amalexia could be killed, like that's Salthasil. That's how these things go. But they're tricky because they, I think, were originally mortals that were empowered by the heart. So maybe that's kind of a different situation.
I feel sure the Master will recognize my efforts and summon me to the Forbidden Grotto soon.
Is he jelly that I've got the band on my wrists right now? You Myron?
What do you want, mortal?
Mortal.
The Master will soon deal with you.
Yes, he will. Daedra and the Aedra. Wyfler brings up a good point. I'm not quite clear on what the Aedra is. I'm guessing that's not the Iliad. Aedra were Daedra who gave up the divinity to create Tamriel. Oh, okay. As I've heard people talk about the Aedra and the Daedra as similar but separate entities.
You're not one of us, are you? Are you here to destroy Gaia Alata and end our nightmare? What do you want, mortal?
Create Tamriel or to create Nirn? That's a good question. Nirn is the planet. Tamriel is the continent, I think? I get it mixed up sometimes. Planets are remnants of the gods or of Daedra. Nirn is the planet of Lorkhan. Interesting.
Leave me in peace.
And Skyrim belongs to the Nords. Yeah, that's the extent of what I'm aware of with Skyrim's story wriggle, dude.
What do you want?
So Aedra is just the divines. Okay.
Leave me in peace.
Aedra are like Anu. Daedra are like Padme. Now, I'll confess I don't know what either of those words mean, actually. But I'm guessing it's probably like a different universe's explanation of the divines and such things. Oh, I am stuck. There we go. Can I just let you guys fight him? Yeah, he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job, yeah. Although I'm surprised he wants to fight him since he seems like he's super down for all this. He's like, I can't wait to get summoned by my master and serve him. He's so excited. Whoa! So maybe he was trying to prove his worth and he did a poor job. Yeah, the planet is Nirn, that's right. It's an Elder Scrolls concept. Okay, yeah. I'm guessing they're characters we haven't met yet, or entities we've yet to meet. Or maybe we have met them and I forgot about them, or been introduced to them. Cut off pieces of themselves to make Nirn, killing some, turning others into mortals. So that was with the Aedra giving up their immortality, I suppose. Padme is not an Elder Scroll concept. It's definitely lots of lore. No, I think I stole money from this guy earlier. He has no money this time. Anyway, I think we saw there's nothing up here. Keep going. The 9 divines give their immortality. Okay, so that's what they used to be, the Aedra. Now that they're considered the divines because they sacrificed their immortality to create the world. Padme is an Elder Scrolls concept, but he is not. He is not, which is to say he is non-existent. Interesting. Represents non-existence. Padme is Sithis? Because so far we've understood Sithis to just be a almost kind of a concept. Like the whole thing has been very nebulous so far. What's up, Meerkat? Good to see you, dude. We're doing some main quest shenanigans right now, and it's very, very lore-y, very lore-filled. So if you enjoy Elder Scrolls deep, dank-ass lore, this has some stuff for sure. And also some Storm Aeternox. Can't say I'm surprised. Storm Aeternox in a Morrowind, in a Oblivion dungeon. Who would have guessed it? So he outreaches me with his giant ass reach, it seems. The embodiment of nothingness, and Padme is that nothingness. Interesting. I've never heard that word before. Is that something I should have known about in this game by this point, or is that something we don't learn about until much later? They look super different in Skyrim. They probably do. Good to see you, Check, by the way. They probably do. They look quite different in Morrowind too. Really, I would say Flame Aeternox and the other one that look like more similar. Mostly similar between these two games. A sit-down discussion for, let's see, for an AI generated. Oh, really, Meerkat? I mean, I guess some of the AI generated stuff can be a little bit spicy for some people. It's introducing some interesting spaces or conversations in the spaces of artists, because there are some, like, if you've heard the term tech bros, there are some tech bros who are now saying, like, AI art will replace all art, and that, like, you know, people who type prompts into AI generation things are now like true artists now, and people who make art aren't real artists. Like, there's some weird philosophy things happening in the space of AI generation, so I recognize that like is kind of spicy for some people, but for the most part it's like just it's a fun thing to play with, so I don't really see it as being too controversial in most cases. Door opens. We are worthy. For better or for worse, the Forbidden Grotto, that's right. So they were all hanging out just outside the door. I hope they saw me enter, and I hope some of them are jealous and others are fearful. Hopefully. Very metaphysical and lore Gargan. I never heard that word before. Gargan. So it's stuff that where it's like you're prowling through wiki articles probably. And Kirkbride, is that one of the writers of the game? Is Big Booba Waifu? Well, I mean, that's fine too, unless it was like posting like a workplace chat. Then I could see, you know, HR not being too happy about it. But otherwise, it's fine. Like, who cares? So Terrace of the Dawn and maybe Mankar Camoran will be there waiting. Maybe. We'll see. Also, we got the goofy walk cycle with the Daedrith, where it looks like they are being strung on like puppeteer strings. I always love how that looks with the animation being silly as it is. Now we see a person with robes and everything. The full deal. I've been spooted. Bonk. Oh, can I knock him into lava, please? He stayed down for a long time, too. I was hoping we'd, like, get to talk with these people. Instead, they just wish to murder. Send immortal. I can kill you, but only temporarily. Because you are immortal. Bonk. Even though he blocked it, he still got knocked back. Let me see your face. Fellow Dunmer. Spell absorption, goddamn. Fellow Dunmer, a betrayer to his race. Proud dark elves. Shoddy Castus is cool. Lore dumps as well. Bunch of stuff on YouTube. Nice, that's cool. And he narrates the lusty, as he should. As he very well should, White Flare. A proper man of culture. So Kirkbride. Yeah, I recognize the name from Morrowind. Worked on some of Oblivion as well. Yeah, that's actually all I know about Kirkbride, is that he wrote 36 lessons and the commentaries. Not up with us anymore. But he keeps writing. Oh, that's cool. Oh, so he keeps writing things and they sometimes use it. And what an odd setup where it's like a we'll like, I mean, pay you is the right word, but like, yes, we'll contract out some things. Is that an immortal person who is just getting lava'd forever? Sounds like it. So I can bring him up with this lever, but will it submerge this guy too? So this is the Forbidden Grotto. I want to talk to you, but I don't want to get got by the lava. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and pull the lever, and I'm wondering if it's gonna like switch them out, one after the other. Yep, that's exactly what it's gonna do. So morbid, dude, goddamn. So you can't rescue them. Wish I could talk to you, to be like, hey man, what's going on? And he he would probably have this to say. Ah! He would probably say, like, scream lava pain noises, which I wouldn't blame him, honestly. Bondskip, you're right, they do. Flatfinger, you're right. So the lava's extra spicy then. I mean, lava hurts as a character that has like 85% fire resistance or 75% lava resist. Fire hurts my guy really bad, so.
You wear the bands, but you're no prisoner. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Interesting how they say, yeah, you're no prisoner. I guess the implication where if you've been given the bands, well, no, if you've been given the bands, they like enter of their own free will, unless then they're captured. But maybe he means just that, like, oh, we have things on us. We're not one of the previous worshippers who died in service to the cult. We're here of our own accord. These immortals are the chosen. Yeah. This place is like what they wanted. Some of them wanted, at least. So the implication that yes, this guy considers them prisoners and that they're clearly being punished. I wonder what they have to do to gain favor to this place, and like what the reasoning is for torturing them is, because they're immortal. They live forever, but they can still feel pain, obviously. Kill your boss.
Can you really do it? Can you bring this eternal nightmare to an end? Can you defeat Mankar Camoran and free all the souls of the poor fools who followed him?
And maybe he wants this to happen as well.
You need my help if you are ever to leave the Forbidden Grotto. I was one of Mankar Camoran's chief lieutenants. I helped plan the Emperor's assassination. I opened the Great Gate at Kvatch. We were the chosen. We saw more clearly than ordinary mortals. We would destroy the world and remake it. Mankar Camoran was our leader, our teacher, our master. He had the secret knowledge. He dealt with Mehrunes Dagon as an equal.
I mean, that all sounds good, but then, like, why would he want to cross them? It sounds like he was down for it. Tamriel, Nirn, so all these, well, Tamriel is within Nirn. I don't know where Mundas is or what Mundas is, but yeah, it's all a realm of Oblivion, the realm of Lorkhan. Heart persists because the Daedric Lord cannot die. So in the events of Morrowind, yeah, in the events of Morrowind, we destroyed what I thought was the Heart of Lorkhan, but maybe it still exists in some form. This may be, excuse me, what they're getting at. Did he trick the Divines into creating Mundas? Or did they know what they were doing? Yeah, I guess I don't know what Mundas is necessarily, but if Nirn is the planet and Tamriel is the continent, I guess that's it then. Little Hurt sounds as they're burning the lava llama. It's pretty brutal stuff, honestly.
I was at the sack of Kvatch. They had no chance. We took them by surprise, and we carried the walls in the first assault. But they fought on anyway, desperately. They seemed to think this decadent, mundane world of theirs was worth defending. I was slain after the battle was over. 3 townsfolk hiding in the cellar attacked me when I entered their house, hunting down survivors. They tore me to pieces, although I have no doubt they were immediately killed by my companions. I've had plenty of time to ponder my deeds since I came here. Ponder and regret. An eternity of regret. For my weakness, the Master sent me here to torture my former comrades who showed similar ingratitude for his gift of eternal life.
So they get sent here not as a reward, but as a punishment then, perhaps. So the material plane is Mundas. Oh, okay, gotcha. Solar system. Oh, okay, so Nirn is within Mundas. Mundas has Nirn, and Nirn has Tamriel. Got it. Mike the Liar is an aspect of Lorkhan. Really, still, it's interesting, because, yeah, Maik is a unique lad. We didn't destroy it necessarily, so we tampered with it. Yeah, but it was not necessarily destroyed. Still there. Interesting.
No one wearing the bands of the Chosen can leave this grotto. The doors will not open, and there is no other way out. I can remove them, but I will need time. The Dremora Overseer will be here any minute to check up on me. You need to play along until he leaves. Just act like a prisoner, and do as I say. Once Orthe leaves, we can find a quiet spot to remove these bands.
So we needed the bands to get into here, but we need the bands to leave. I don't know if we want to leave yet. We need to still need to find the there was another named place we're looking for.
Good. Follow me, and don't worry. You can trust me.
Well, I suppose that's reassuring. Can we talk about what's happening back there, by the way? You can still hear them faintly in the background.
What's going on here? Who's this?
A prisoner sent in by...
Show me some respect, worm. Unless you want to end up in the cages with them.
Yes, Kinreeve, sir. This prisoner was sent in by Cathatet for questioning. I was about to begin.
This is not one of Mankar Camoran's chattels from the garden. Who is he?
Nothing escapes your vigilance, Kinreeve.
Hold on, pause. I gotta bring another torch out, another stolen torch. These guild quests? Not yet, not yet. We did a few more, or I think one or two more since you were last year, Stoats, but I'm pretty sure we still have a lot more to go. Same with Dark Brotherhood and pretty much all of them, honestly.
Cathatet wondered as well. This is why he sent him for questioning.
Well, carry on.
Of course, Kinreeve. Prisoner, into the cage, now. Prisoner, into the cage, now.
Alright, so... let's save, because I'm not quite sure how this is all gonna go down.
Prisoner, get in the cage.
Oh, okay. Alright, well... oh, actually, I can't move. I can't, can I pause? No, I cannot pause to heal or anything. I think he stopped it just above the lava. What a homie. Oh, there was the other dude who's in there.
There's no way for me to cross, but the Master's immortality does have its uses. I will distract the Dremora for as long as I can.
Get me further in the caves. Okay, so he's gonna get himself gotten, then I guess respawn further out. That's one way to do it, I suppose. This crime was some kind of... yeah, so it's like they sent people here for punishment, yet some people wish to be given what they presume is favor to come here. So, yeah, what an odd system of like... is it a punishment? Is it a... is it paradise? Is it a reward? Is it paradise? Is it hell? Like, this whole realm is kind of several contradictions. So it makes it compelling. Talos's lore count, because yeah, we've heard the term Talos before. So he's going for it. Here, let's do this. We can at least... oh, really? I was gonna say, can we at least help this buddy? As this one's empty, I can at least get this guy out, but nope. Locked in the position. That's a shame. So they clearly want us to go this way, so we shall go this way. Yeah, no spoilers then. I appreciate that, Dan. Would you recommend I do the Thieves Guild stuff next, after this particular stuff is done? Because I was thinking either Thieves Guild or Dark Brotherhood would be next on the docket. Talos is the first emperor. Okay. The original Septim. Oh, that's right. And I think we heard that, yeah, he was like given like a divine designation in some way. Yeah, the 9th divine. Yes, that would be it then. Or Storm Matronox. Lots and lots of Storm Matronox. Can't say I'm surprised. Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood before. Yeah, I was thinking that as well, Five Finger, that yeah, if you begin the Knights of the Nine quest and then do some thieving and Dark Brotherhooding, then you will have to reset some of your progress. Oh gosh, I'm getting got. So yeah, that is very much what I've heard as well. As far as like what is sensible. The pained noises that we're making as we're fighting these things are corresponding well with the pained noises of the NPCs in the distance. Getting stuck in the lava. Forever. There's another Storm Atronach, but I know not where he went. Are you a homie? You are not a homie. You are, in fact, an anti-homie. Come at me, bro. Whip! I just want to knock him in the lava. That actually would be very fitting. Fitting punishment. Although I guess these guys are technically being punished as well, aren't they? Because, like, the dude we talked to earlier, the dude who we're kind of working with was saying that, yeah, he was being punished for having, like, a conscience, and his punishment is, you know, torturing his friends and comrades. That might be where we need to go. Let's keep looking. Yeah, let's give this person a break. Sorry, bud. I want to be equal about this whole thing. It's not good for anybody, obviously. So we have the route we just came from. Is this a dead end? No, where does this lead? Leads to a dude. I wonder if I should not engage with those guys. Fighters Guild, Mages Guild. Interesting. Good to know, Stoats. Yeah. Because we're pretty far with the Fighters... Well, we're not very far with the Fighters Guild, but we're pretty far with the Mages Guild. But does it go with the Thieves Guild? Excellent. You have to do things to reinstate. Because, yeah, we've done stuff for the Thieves Guild that, if we were caught, would have been a problem for the Mages Guild. But per my understanding, we're still okay. The door opens. Let's see, is this... Yeah, this is unexplored. Oh, you're the guy, right? Yep, he's the guy.
You made it. I didn't think you'd have any trouble. Let's get these bands off you. There. You're not a prisoner of the Forbidden Grotto any longer. Let me come with you. Let me help you kill Mankar Camoran. I am not without power.
I may have fasted. Yeah, it's the one where you steal the staff. Staff of the arch mage, like the head honcho. Because you have to steal his staff, and I mean, it's a Thieves Guild quest, so I mean, you're really not supposed to get caught. I guess if you did get caught, but still had the staff on your person, yeah, you would very much be punished for it, because that's one of the main tenets, is to not steal from the guild. So yeah, we were able to get past it. We didn't get caught. At least I don't think we did. So I think we're alright.
I am no match for Mankar Camoran, but perhaps together we can find a way to defeat him.
May have already passed it, yeah. We'll have to find out.
Well done, champion. Your progress is swift and sure. Perhaps you will reach me after all. You think I mock you? Not at all.
What if he hears
In your coming,
what I hear?
I hear the footsteps of fate. You are the last defender of decadent Tamriel. I am the midwife of the mythic dawn, Tamriel reborn.
He wants to help it have Babby.
I welcome you, if you truly are the agent of fate. I tire of the self-styled heroes who set themselves in my path only to prove unworthy in the event.
Seeing some corollaries between what we're seeing now and these voiceovers with what we saw and experienced with Digathur in Red Mountain. I mean, let's consider where we are and the setting that we're in right now. We're in, it's not a mountain, but it's very cavernous. There's magma, lava everywhere. There's a voiceover from a ominous evil entity who is simultaneously intimidating but also strangely welcoming. And there's a significant focus on the heart of Lorcan throughout all this as well. So yeah, there's some overlap here. Funny start to nights if you're the, well, that's a good point too. Yeah, because like you're trying to walk the pilgrim's path and be pure of heart and sin and all this jazz. So yeah, if we begin the pilgrimage as the head of the Thieves Guild and or the head of the Dark Brotherhood, or however we ascend, then it's gonna be like, really, you want to do this? I mean, all right, sure, you know, the path of forgiveness, etc., etc., but damn, dude, you've done some shit. There are other paths that cross with them. Yeah, be cautious. Yeah, as I would expect to. Yeah, but good to know that you're never fully locked out. There are ways to get around it. Whereas in Morrowind, yeah, Fivefinger knows what's up. Yeah, in Morrowind. Oh, actually, well, I don't know about that. There are folks in a cave. I was thinking more about how I think if you go all the way to the Fighters Guild, you cannot progress past a certain point into the Thieves Guild, and vice versa. Because you learn that one of the figureheads of the Fighters Guild is with the Command of Tong, and the Command of Tong is the Thieves Guild's sworn enemy. In Morrowind, at least. And in the Fighters Guild, you're of course doing things for the Command of Tong, more or less. Well, not necessarily, but one person is. I can't remember if you mess up the Thieves Guild in some way if you're in the Fighters Guild. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a one-way thing. But yeah, there is a broken bridge in Morrowind, at least from the Thieves Guild's perspective. It's not as personal. You're right, yeah, because there it was, well, he knew us, and we, you know, knew of him a bit, but since we were supposedly Nerevarine, allegedly we were Nerevarine, it meant that, yeah, there was a personal link there. Whereas here, we're just a dude. We're just a very strong person who is doing things for the chosen hero.
Come on, together we can defeat. Stay away.
You already know what I'm trying to do, what I wish to do. So far, I'm not doing a very good job. Yeah, not getting any procs of the knockback move, the knockdown move rather. The scary boys. You get 3. Oh, okay. So you get 3 violations or 3 expulsions. So you don't have infinite retries then. Eventually they will gank your ass, which is probably fair. But at least it's a not one strike you're out, 0 tolerance kind of thing. Oh, I was gonna say I hear grunts of pain. Wish I could talk to these people and be like, hey man, what's going on? Oh, also, I should put on my real armor. I said the real armor. Perfection. Yeah, there's this ominous red hue everywhere in this cave, even beyond just the lava. The ominous red hue, along with the talons of Oblivion, like we've seen in the Oblivion gates. So, again, there's like, I am very much having some Red Mountain flashbacks, which was probably more or less intentional, because this game came out not that long after Morrowind in the grand scheme of things. So I'd be willing to bet that they probably knew what they were doing by yeah, putting in some kind of obvious callbacks. What I consider to be obvious callbacks.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Well, there are 3 of them and 2 of us. Oh god, I'm getting stomped. Thankfully and unthankfully, I'm the subject of their wrath. So I've drawn in all the aggro. Lucky me. I'm the favorite. It's because I'm prettier. Not sure how strong the guy that is with us really is. He's doing his darndest. I mean, I appreciate he's trying. He's throwing lightning at these guys, and these are probably not too bothered by lightning spells, so curious decision. Would you have joined me? Yeah, exactly. White Flare. Hey, Shake, what's up, buddy? Thank you, Shake. That's very sweet. Thank you for that very generous raid. We're playing some Oblivion. We're actually fairly well into the main quest. So warning if anybody's never played Oblivion and you wish to, we are in the midst of some mild spoiler town in Oblivion. Granted, this game is quite old, obviously, so it's not the end of the world, obviously. But thank you, Shake. I appreciate that. Very kind raid. I see you're doing some Cuphead. Let's see. There was the new DLC that, or I guess expansion that dropped like a month or so ago. Is that what you were playing? White Flare says that. Oh yeah, we were talking about the ending for Morrowind. Yeah, and apparently the reason why it was disappointing like that is because apparently they had intention to add more to the ending, where there were ways where you could actually join the big bad and it would alter some things, but as the story often goes, they didn't have time to implement it. So you're right, White Flare, it's kind of a shame that that was never truly realized. Degathor is the kind of monster. You're right, Fivefinger. Yeah, there is some very valid critiques to be made against the Tribunal, and I don't know about Nerevar. I don't know like if Nerevar would have fucked up at all necessarily, but I mean Vivek, Alexia, Salta. I mean, yeah, some of them, yeah, did some shit for sure. Give you the choice. That's right, Stoats. There's some cool stuff to be done there for sure. Breath of Fire 4. There's some ways you can do it too. That's kind of cool. Anyway, let's get caught up on Cheddar. Yeah, Shake says it was Cuphead. Oh, very nice. Yeah, Cuphead for you. And then Jimmy was doing some... Oh my gosh. Carolina Reapers for charity. That is incredible. $1,500 that he had to do the freaking pepper. I have never tasted a Carolina Reaper. Or even like a Carolina Reaper flavored thing. I think the worst I have experienced was some salsa that had ghost pepper in it. And it was one of those things where it's like it was a grocery store purchased salsa. So I mean, how much did they really put in it, and how legit was it? How what's the word? How realistic or how like how honest of a flavor profile was it really to like what ghost pepper is like? So and I didn't really like it too much. It's spicy, but the flavor I just didn't love. But yeah, I question like how authentic it was. But he raised $3,500 total. Carolina Reaper says it sucks. Don't ever do it. And Jimmy's gonna be... Yeah, I wouldn't blame Jimmy. I would probably puke too. I like spicy things, but I very much have a limit. And usually what I say is that like... generally speaking, habanero is the highest I ever want to go. Because habanero is spicy. I think. It's very spicy. But I think it tastes very good. So it's like... For me, it's worth it. And that's like my ceiling. Any higher than that is just unpleasant. So, although even jalapenos, like even, kind of less exciting peppers, I think are still pretty up there. So I enjoy it, but I have my limits, as all of us do. But Shake is, for those who don't know, is a fellow variety, streamer friend. I know Shake, I've watched Shake play lots of Noita. That's one of the games we've rated each other while we were all playing it before. But like myself, Shake very much is a variety man at heart. It's actually a double channel. It's Shake and his friend Jimmy, who stream together. Usually separately as I've seen them, but it sounds like they were doing some co-op stuff tonight. And they said Carolina Reaper tastes like garbage, which is a shame because, like a lot of times, like the pain profile of it is just part of it. The idea of it tasting nice sounds pleasant, but if it tastes like garbage, then it's just best to avoid it, honestly. The one chip challenge. Oh wow, it tastes like ass, but it's spicy as hell. White Flare says they've done 3 of them. That is impressive, White Flare. Yeah, I've never I don't think I've ever seen the one chip challenge. I've heard of it, but I've never like seen what the chip is like. The chips are like, because it's like a bag of chips, right? Thing up here, nope. Well, we got this buddy who's working with us, Eldemil. Is there other things he could tell us about?
To Mankar Camoran and his evil paradise.
It's awfully convenient that he's down to help us out. I'm a little bit suspicious that, like, what if he turns us in at the end? Like, what if he betrays us? And this is all just one elaborate ruse to try to get close to Mankar and gain his favor. So, I mean, he's been helping us, and he has earnestly done things for us that are good. But, I don't know, again... How elaborate it sometimes goes. Yeah, knock his ass down. How elaborate it sometimes goes to do things to, gain the favor of his lord. I like how we knocked his ass down. He's like stuck in the corner. Ouch. Down he goes. So it's a single chip in a little box for... Ooh, so it's expensive, too. Claymore of Winter. That sounds cool. Let's see what this is all about. I'm guessing it's like a drumroll weapon. Well, actually... Here, let me repair my current weapon and see how the damage stacks up. Because this actually might be an upgrade. Because if it just does frost damage, that's actually nicer than our current weapon that disintegrates armor. Which does not do us any good, honestly. What a grand and intoxicating... That's right, Will. Will knows what's up. Will knows the way to my heart is random Morrowind shitposts. So yeah, so technically they are the same. However, this does frost damage on top of its normal damage, whereas this just disintegrates weapon, not armor. Weapon, which really does us no good. We don't care about making their weapon bad. We care about doing more damage. So I'm going to use this one and drop the old one. Unless, buddy, you wanted to use that weapon. Unless you wanted this, but I don't know if I can, like, give him that weapon. Because he already has one, so I think NPCs will only pick up a weapon if they're currently unarmed. We met him earlier in the quest line. That'd be cool too, yeah. Like, what if there would have been something where... Because again, everybody we find in here has been felled by virtue of being in the service of the Mythic Dawn cult. So... And like somebody pointed out, there's a possible implication that some of the NPCs that purport to recognize us were people that we would have fought and then killed when we stole the Mysterium Xerxes from that cave, from that like cult gathering cave, and that some of them might recognize us. Wouldn't it be cool if this guy here would have been one of like the key people we worked with, or not we worked with, but you know, was working against us, and then we killed him, and then we meet him here, and he goes, "I remember you. And you were right. I'm sorry for you know, resisting, and I'm sorry for like, you know, for furthering the cult's activities. Let's work together as like a way to like right the sins of my past." If there was like a more personal link there, that'd be kind of cool. Otherwise, yeah, we've explored this place pretty well. Jump on in. What if he was the one who killed, dude? Five-figure. I like how your brain works. That'd be sick, actually. Yeah, what if he was the one who delivered the killing blow? I mean, for all you know, he could be. I don't fucking know. I don't remember if there was a name for that particular assassin. They all had just like named... I think they were all nameless assassins. Mythic Dawn cult members and such. But wouldn't that be cool? Is he said... Because he was claiming he was the one who orchestrated the Kavach burnination. The siege of Kavach. So... It's very possible that... You know, he was a figurehead, but probably not that figurehead, because that one got killed immediately after he got the Emperor. So yeah, we wouldn't have had much of a time to have a personal link, unfortunately. But I like your thinking, Five-figure. That'd have been a much more interesting narrative kind of choice. New tablet whale. That's nice, bud. Traded the old one. Can I ask what the new one is? Because that's exciting. Oh, big statue. That's unexpected. Big statue, and then... Now look at this. A fully formed... I guess not a ruin. We've seen the Iliad ruin so many times, but this is a fully formed... presumed Iliad structure. So I wonder if the Iliads were... somehow connected to all this. I'll confess, I don't think I really know much about what the Iliads are or were. So is this the guy? Can I interact with the statue? I cannot. But this is, I'm guessing, a statue to Dagon. To Maroon's Dagon. Get the S7? Nice. That sounds good, bud. You think that's who it is, Dotes? He opened the gate as well? So you think he did both? Because, yeah, I mean, well, again, they die and then they're reborn. Or, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess I'm not sure then. Because the person who killed the Emperor got killed. I'm pretty sure. Oh, he orchestrated the death. Oh, so maybe he didn't, like, have blade in hand. But yeah, if he was the one, or at least involved with plotting it, then that's still pretty deep. He's still in pretty deep there. Perhaps more so than the one who was given the task. He could be Iliad, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I don't know much about Iliad, other than the ruins. Guess we're gonna fight these motherfuckers. Yeah, if he was the one who stabbed you, yeah. I mean, still, though, to Stoat's point, there's probably a connection here. We're gonna talk, or we're gonna murder. She's
You did not
mad.
expect to see me again, did you? You have no grasp of the power that my father has at his command. You think you can stop us? Soon Mehrunes Dagon will walk upon Tamriel for the first time since the Mythic Age, and our victory will be complete. Come. My father is waiting to welcome you to Karak Agayalor.
So she recognizes us, and she's pissed. She's scowling and sneering. So she recognizes us. I don't know if I recognize her necessarily.
So, here you are at last. The lackey of the Septim Pretender. You still think you have a chance, don't you? We knew you would find your way here eventually, but it is of no consequence. You should not keep my father waiting any longer. He expected you hours ago. Come, you came here to see him, did you not?
So I'm guessing these were people that, yeah, we fought and killed when we infiltrated the cult previously. Now, I don't know if they're actually his children, or if they just, you know, named them after him as, like, a being of service towards him. What's up, Chimichanga? They were in the cave, yeah. Yeah, we probably killed them, knowing us. For the people in Cyrodiil before the Imperials. Oh, okay, yeah, so... If they were, yeah, pre-Imperial individuals. Imperial humans, rather. Excuse me. Original humans lived in some of their cities and have the Ayleid lords oppressed them. Yeah, could there be some kind of Daedra link to this all as well? That's interesting. I was not expecting this. Now, what I should do is be like, you son of a bitch, and draw my sword and just charge him. But no, we'll diplomacy. What do you think about this?
Let's put an end to Mankar Camoran.
Okay, so same thing. I'm surprised they're not, like, pissed at him for allegedly betraying him. Let's check out my buddy.
I have waited a long time for you, champion of old Tamriel.
He sounds nothing like the other high elves.
Gasp of a dying age. You breathe the stale air of false hope. How little you understand. You cannot stop.
Set around your neck. I see that.
The walls between our worlds are crumbling. The mythic dawn grows nearer with every rift in the firmament. Soon, very soon, the lines now blurred will be erased. Tamriel and Oblivion rejoined, the mythic age reborn. Lord Dagon shall walk Tamriel again. The world shall be remade. The new age shall rise from the ashes of the old. My vision shall be realized. Weakness will be purged from the world, and mortal and immortal alike purified in the refiner's fire. My long duel with the Septims is over, and I have the mastery. The Emperor is dead. The Amulet of Kings is mine.
So I see.
The last defender of the last ragged Septim stands before me, in the heart of my power. Let us see who at last has proved the stronger.
Alright. Chimichanga says, save and do both. I mean, we could. Now, I'll be a good boy. So sometimes Ayleids would worship either Aedra or Daedra. So yeah, so I would say that it is plausible then that this is not just a nice looking place, not just a nice looking set piece, but actually has some lore significance. That this just happens to look almost like the spitting image of an Ayleid ruin that is not ruined, an Ayleid structure, I guess. Kill him and take the amulet back. But he turned around and took a seat on the throne. Is this like an Emperor Palpatine situation where he's like, strike me down with all hatred, and then we go to smack him, his buddies are gonna stop us. And then he'll be like, do it, and then we'll fucking take a dump on his chest or something. Alright, well, we're gonna fight his buddies, his children. I like how my homie just fucking leapt at this motherfucker. That was actually pretty dope. Whoa! Whoa!
Father,
Oh, she killed my homie. Dude, I was gonna like... We were gonna be buds. We were gonna open up a bar together. Or something. Oh, there's no more cool speeches? So this guy actually might be might be a badass. Maybe. He's doing kind of a shitty job so far. He's got more homies.
Nothing can stop Lord Dagon.
He's a spellcaster, so, you know, spellcaster's got some cool toys. But... See, if I was a real gamer, I'd be using my spells right now. Oh, Raven came back, by the way. Right. Oh, did my buddy come back too? No, my buddy did not come back, sadly. This whole time, he could have been healing himself, and he chose not to. The fool. The honorable fool. Bonk. Blip. Give me that amulet. Grab that shit from him. Stupid ass gold trim shoes and his $12,000 robe. Reflect damage, spell absorption. It's pretty good, but we wouldn't use this. I'll still grab it from his naked ass. Oh, I took a lot of damage. Ouch. Whoa! Oh fuck! Oh god! Oh fuck! Oh Crockett, that really pissed him off. Oh fuck! Oh, and that's it. Okay, we're back. Some kind of spin-off game. That'd be cool, Five Finger. Yeah, his children came back. Yeah, I was hoping my homie would come with us and we'd like, yeah, like open like a bar together and be like bros. He'd be like the, you know, I'd be the best man at his wedding, like, you know, whatever. I was hoping, I had this whole plan in my mind. So we killed the dude. Paradise has been squandered. We got the amulet in our hot little hands. All right, dudes and dudettes. Look at you, looking very emperorial, emperor-esque.
You did it. You defeated him. Then you have it. You have the Amulet of Kings.
I got that shit.
Belongs to me. The Amulet of Kings. So you and Joffrey have said, if it is true, if the Emperor really was my father, then...
Would have put it on? I would like to if I could have. We've tried it previously.
Can wear the Amulet of Kings.
But like you just said, you can't. So if you try to put on the amulet, there's a little text thing that says it just slides off your neck, like you can't wear it. Put it on, Your Majesty. Yeah, that was actually kind of cool, Five Finger. Yeah, he waited until his homies were dead. I wasn't sure if that's how it was gonna work either, but yeah, because he went and sat down, which was weird. Everyone within Paradise was already dead. Yeah, that's a good point, Sto. It's like even if he would have somehow survived, there's no way he would have come with us. So really, he truly did help us. Like he truly did help us to the end, and you know, and usurping Cameroon. Alessia, that's a name I recognize. Oh, she's one of the divines. Okay. And she became the Empress of the First Empire. Okay. So then why was he able to wear it? Whiteflare, you're right. That is the question that I'm assuming more will be figured out. Clearly what he did was he tied it to another amulet and wore the original amulet around his head, around his neck. You know, transitive properties and whatnot. It's like Samwise carrying Frodo and Frodo wearing the ring, you know, transitive property and whatnot. After so many layers of separation, degrees of separation rather, you know, you wear an amulet tied to a ring, tied to an anklet, tied to a wristlet, tied to a cock ring. You know, eventually you get so many degrees of separation away, the effect becomes like a fraction of what it would be otherwise.
Yes, of course. What am I waiting for? After all, this is my destiny. And no
Mankar was wearing it, you're right. That is a bit of a nagging little unresolved tidbit that we might figure out at some point. the Alessian Order. A human supremacist group. Interesting. Oh. Oh, interesting. So there's more about that in Skyrim. Interesting, yeah. Oh, no. There's more about this whole amulet situation. Oh, so we don't learn about that in this game. Oh, man. I thought there was going to be, like, more lore in this game where we would learn about how Mankar was able to do it. Because Mankar is a regular mortal, right? I think, at least. Like, it's not like he's some kind of, like, divine deity. But I think he's a regular dude. Unless there's an implication that he is somehow related to a septum.
I didn't really need the amulet to tell me that. I've known it was true since you first told me back in Kavach. But it is one thing to talk of becoming Emperor, and quite another to actually be the Emperor.
Oh, that's a good point, though. Yeah, if the revelation then is true, well, I guess that's one thing that kind of throws me too. If our realm, Nirn or Tamriel, it was originally a plane of Oblivion, then yes, that means that the people that lord over it are technically Daedra. So like a Daedra lord would have enough in common then to be able to wear the amulet, is I guess what we're kind of getting at there. Yeah. Some lore in Skyrim does give one a possible answer. Interesting. Septim, but I hardly even know him. You are the Emperor.
Not yet. Until we light the Dragonfires, the gates are open, and Mehrunes Dagon's invasion continues. While you were gone, I sent a messenger to Chancellor Rakato. He waits for us in the Imperial City.
I'd be curious too, Five. That'd be pretty sick, actually. Outside the dimension. That'd be interesting too, yeah. Well, yeah, maybe that's a good point. Maybe in like the 5 seconds in between us killing the dude and us getting warped out, is if I should have tried to put it on then and see what would have happened. Yeah, maybe the rules are different in like a separate plane of existence. Or yeah, it doesn't have its like connection in that sense. But I like that theory though, where yeah, if the guy we fought, if Mankar had some kind of Daedra Lord blood in him, that yeah, that was enough to satisfy the requirement of only Emperor bloodline, etc., etc. Yeah, interesting.
Chancellor Rakato is the head of the Elder Council. The council rules in the Emperor's absence. I don't expect any objections from the Elder Council, but we should defer to their authority. Let's go to the Imperial City at once, before the enemy can recover from Mankar Camoran's death.
Congratulations on your victory, sir.
No problem, fam.
I wish I could have been at the battle. It sounds like you taught Mehrunes Dagon's boys a lesson they won't soon forget.
I taught them advanced algebra, and then I killed them. He turned himself into a Dragonborn. The Mankar, rather. Well, since I haven't played Skyrim, I don't quite know what Dragonborn means, although I can make some assumptions. Atmospheric storytelling, just little details that then come up later on, yeah. They have meaning more often than not. Yeah, it's some impressive writing for sure. I do appreciate the details.
There's no place more secure in all of Cyrodiil. I wish we could have gotten our Lord Uriel here.
Do you think Uriel was ever bummed that his name sounds a little bit like Urien? Do you think he was ever bullied as a kid? Like, granted, he was like the son of an emperor or what have you, so he was probably pretty sheltered, but still. Yeah, I'm the Piss Emperor, Lord Piss. Lord Urien.
The Battle of Bruma was a great victory. The mythic Dawn have learned that we are not defenseless.
Probably says Five-Finger. Sounds about right. So I've only played Morrowind, White Flare. I'm before this playthrough at least.
Farewell.
So I'm pretty under-experienced when it comes to the Elder Scrolls in the grand scheme of things. I need to speak to you.
Of course. Against all hope, you returned from Camoran's paradise with the Amulet of Kings. We now have a chance to turn back Dagon's invasion. I must go to the Temple of the One and perform the ceremony to relight the Dragonfires. But we must hurry. The barriers between our world and Oblivion weaken with every gate that is opened. If Mehrunes Dagon is able to cross over into our world, Even relighting the dragon fires will not be able to send him back.
I have a feeling we're not quite done yet. You know, I seems a little bit not necessarily.
Farewell, my friend.
I guess not necessarily unsatisfying, but seems like there's gonna be more. And Maroon's Dagon is what I'm expecting to have to encounter at some point.
What can I do for you, sir? Cloud Ruler is
Emperor Urinal Septic, there we go. Fucking got his ass, El Gaso.
But it's also my home. I'll gladly die defending these walls if it comes to it.
It's an apocryphal angel, so there's like an actual reason for the name, not just because it sounds, you know, weird or funny.
The Emperor's death was a harsh lesson for all of us. We failed in our duty to the Dragonborn. It must.
They'll all be known as
again.
Johns.
May Talos guide
And not urinals. Urinal septic. Are we gonna have to do this whole thing on horseback? Oh yeah, that's exactly it. Okay, well, I have to be on horseback too. Well, I don't have a horse, but I do have to escort his ass. Let's see, we're going to the Imperial City, right? That's pretty far. Yeah, that's fine. Have I seen Men in Tights? I actually have not. A little bit worried about the horse taking random fall damage, and by extension, the soon-to-be Emperor also taking fall damage, so I have to be a little bit careful about this. I can't just be a complete jabroni and go fast. I wouldn't get the joke for them being called Johns. Well, I mean, it is a thing that is sometimes used. Oh, it's like I gotta go to the John. It's like, oh, that's what we call them. Whatever reason. Only we could have saved Joffrey. Hey, what's up, Corey? If only he was riding a donkey. Do I have fortify speed? I do. I mean, our speed's pretty good. Where's our speed right now? Is it 99, I think? Well, it would be, actually. It got damaged. Except I know how to make it good. How to make it good again. Boop. Cast it on the horse. Do I have fortify speed on target? Maybe that's the question. On target or touch? Because that'd be pretty cool if I did. If healing. I have some kind of fortify on touch. Yeah, I don't know if I do, unfortunately. Because that'd be awesome. Just make the horse supercharged. Just blast off with the speed of light. That'd be sick. That. Now, one nice thing, too, is that, per my knowledge, it sounds like the Oblivion gates are just not a problem anymore. So, that's at least one thing we won't have to worry about as much. Is, I mean, there will still be NPCs and things to fight, obviously. But not nearly as much of it. Let's cut through the town. Not as much of, like, hotspots for... Oh, the game just crashed. Oh, fuck. When was the last time I saved? Shit. I guess that's on me for not quick saving. Hopefully there was an autosave at some point. We will probably when we went outside. That's probably not too bad. Oh, let's relaunch. I was thinking earlier, I didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking earlier, like, man, it's gone a minute before the game is, or since the game has crashed. In fact, it hasn't crashed, not at all. I didn't say it out loud though. I was a good boy. I did not say it out loud. I just thought it with my brain, but I did not say it with my hot little mouth. It would work exactly like I'd hope, where the horse just gets fucking yeeted. Good evening, sir. Yeah, so we got a pretty recent save. Alright, there's the stuff I dropped when we first arrived, and it's for some reason still here. Right, get your horsey. The mere thought was enough. That's right. I didn't have to utter it out loud. The game could smell what I was thinking. Smell my thoughts. It was the EXE. It got corrupted. Mankar's dying breath. He cursed my executable. Knowing full well the implications. Starfield could come out, get some Elder Scrolls 6 hype at some point, maybe. Do we have a launch window for Starfield? I thought at some point we had gotten some kind of confirmation that it, like, of a release window. But I can't remember, actually. Hope it's good, Five Finger. 3 to 5 months of patching, maybe. And giving modders a chance to spice it up as well. Giving modders a chance to make some cool mods for it. So sometime next year, probably, is what we currently have. So, well, we'll see. I mean, it'd be cool if it came out soon. Because, yeah, I'm assuming that Starfield is taking up the majority of their focus right now, understandably so. And that Elder Scrolls 6 is that they're probably working on it, probably. But, yeah, I would imagine that once Starfield is out, then they'll be able to focus more on the other big projects. Because they got Fallout stuff, too, I'm sure. I mean, Bethesda's always busy. And also, I wonder if Bethesda would want to do, like, you know, other things that aren't related to, necessarily, to Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Like, if there's other big things they would want to do. I think Bethesda is the publisher of, like, the Doom games, I guess. But not the developer. I guess id is the developer. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But I remember there was some tie-in with Bethesda previously. With the Doom games. 11 years since the last one. Yeah. Pretty wild, right? Enough downtime. As an F-Zero fan, as a Half-Life fan, ooh, cries in Half-Life. Too fucking real. Really, I just wanted to cut through here. Just because, you know, the path is convenient. I'm gonna guess the horse will be on the other side waiting for us. Starfield kind of is that. Yeah, it's a good point, Five Finger. I guess that kind of is checking the box as far as a thing that is unique. Got a sword, by the way, I just noticed that. A thing that is unique and is not part of a current series, which is nice. 11 years, though, yeah. I'm just thinking about, like, yeah, other series where it's like we've been woefully not even underappreciated, just woefully neglected, man. So be 260, 26 is pretty good, and of course, so much of that was thanks to Shake. Thanks to Shake's very generous raid. Shake the Box is a good lad. We're all fans. We're all fans of Shake. Want to get on your horse? We're going on foot, dude? I mean, don't you want to get on your horse, bud? I mean, granted, it actually might be easier for on foot. Maybe? Alright, this seems a little bit fucky. Exit, then we go back out. Unless that's not his horse. That's my horse! Well, damn. Maybe what I need to do is I need to go back around and, like, yeah, this is kind of silly. I'm gonna go back around and see if I can grab the horse that he was on previously. I was thinking he would just ride it all the way through.
What is it now?
I guess I never see horses inside of town. Have I played Half-Life? Yes. Oh, wait. Half-Life : Super Hobbit. I've never heard of a game called Half-Life Super Hobbit, although I'd be done. No, I've played Half-Life, all of them except for Alex. I have not played Half-Life Alex yet. Part of it is that I don't have a VR headset. What am I doing? This is... Oh yeah, this is the right way. Oh. Freaking NPC shenanigans. NPC pathfinding and trying to corral this lad as he's walking around with in full Emperor regalia too. It's just ridiculous. Is this your horse? It is a different horse. Yeah, the other one is a painted horse. Okay, so I guess we can't go into towns then. I want to keep this man on his horsey. And yeah, I figured we just cut through just because it's so easy, right? But I guess we'll go our asses around. I could go down this way, but I think when you're dealing with NPCs and pathfinding and shenanigans, that it's usually easier to stick to the paths if possible. Excuse me. Yeah, ZeniMax owns id and Bethesda, so that's probably exactly it, then. That's like the common thread here. Some kind of Warcraft 4 stoats? Yeah, I understand, man. I understand. It would be cool. I mean, World of Warcraft obviously has printed money for Activision Blizzard for so long, so no surprise that it's not exactly a huge focus, but yeah, it would be nice. I mean, I love Warcraft 3 stoats, so I would be very much down, much more down for a Warcraft 4 than more WoW, that is. White Flare agrees, that's right. The Relief Half-Life 4. Yeah, the Relief Half-Life 4, ignore a 3, and like, they'll make mention of like things that happened, but they'll never say what happened. So it'll just be a giant leap, like 10 years in the future. And they'll be like, wow, I can't believe our last adventure, that happened. And they'll be like, yeah, no, what was it? I want to know. And they're like, yeah, the events in the past, after the spoiler happened to character name here, and we investigated XYZ. It's like, no, tell me, please. Wouldn't that be a tease? They'll just call it Half-Life. Yeah, they'll just remove the number. 100% life. Partial life. There was the YouTube series. I guess it was just one video, but the YouTube video, Half-Life, Full Life Consequences. It was a very ridiculous spoof involving John Freeman, Gordon Freeman's half-brother. Doing some Warcraft 3. Yeah, it's a good game. That's a game that'd be fun to go back to as well, honestly. I would very much like to go back and play that game at some point. It's a good one. And admittedly, I've only played 3. I've not played 1 or 2. There's a motherfucking bear. I'm gonna stomp his little bear booty. They only mount if you do. Because I think it's just as long as he has his horse, I think we're all right. Like, he's got his horse. Like, yeah, I'm gonna help. The Emperor's not afraid to get his hands dirty. I like it. He wants to get a workout in. That's right. He wants to get a workout in and wants to run around and fight bears like a fucking badass. What a masculine badass, wrestling bears and shit. Let me save real quick. I should be saving every so often. I also want to check this. What was that? Playing some Splatoon 3. Yeah, apparently the story for Splatoon 3 is quite good. I've heard, like, very good things about the single player for that game. Is my name... No, you're right, White Flare. Yeah, so Half-Life Alex. Half-Life Super Hobbit. It's spelled differently, obviously, but yeah, my first name is Alex. Spelled the traditional way. No Y's. Get an index. Yeah, I would love to try Half-Life Alex. I don't know if I'd be able to stream it, because you would probably need a pretty beefy graphics card. And my graphics card is only just so. Good to see, by the way, JD. Gonna be playing games with JD on Friday, by the way. Excited for that. But yeah, I'd be down though, check. If not just to play it for myself. Just mod the game to change one letter. Every time they change, they say her name or display her name, they just change one letter. Unless you're saying they change the character model to be like a full foot shorter, maybe. That is my first and last name. Well, my middle name is the underscore or the space sometimes that I have sometimes. Actually, Check remembers the YouTube days, so my real last name is Hobbit89. That's the real docs. So Microsoft owns... Oh, they own ZeniMax, which then are like, I guess, yeah, the like parent company to Bethesda. So it's like a weird... this fish eats this one, and this guy eats this one, and this guy, it's like a constant one-upping of corporate gobbling activities. Speaking of gobblings, look at this fucking little goblin man's bandit. It's a goblin woman's. Ouch. I think Martin just smacked us in the back of my head with a spell. Very helpful. I appreciate his willingness to, yeah, dismount just so we can beat some ass. Get on your horse, buddy. And then also ZeniMax Online Studio, which makes Elder Scrolls Online, as I understand it. They own it all, including me. Real-time strategy fiend, says White Flare. Yeah, I don't blame you. There's a lot of good ones out there. I'm pretty unexplored when it comes to a lot of real-time strategy, like big real-time strategy games. Civilization, that kind of thing. Game crash, by the way. Good thing I saved. A lot of real-time strategy games I'm kind of a chump on myself, but I can still appreciate them. And I mean, I love Morrowind. I mean, I do love Morrowind. Great RPG, not a great real-time strategy game, but I do love RimWorld, which has some real-time strategy elements to it, obviously. So I've played a lot of some RTSs, but there's plenty I've not played, obviously. What if Microsoft were to buy Activision Blizzard? It'd be interesting. I'd be curious. Oh wait, no, hold on. What am I thinking of? No, they've already bought. Yeah, what am I thinking of? Of course, they already bought it, but like, would they change anything? I guess is the question, because it sounds like they're wanting to be pretty, pretty hands off with the whole thing. Yeah, in my mind, yeah, for a second though, I forgot that that is even like a thing, because it was like big news kind of, but then they were like, oh, we're not going to change anything. So it's like, oh, well, okay. So it just kind of left my brain. But you're right, that will be a thing, and I don't know, maybe things will change, like maybe there will be noteworthy differences, but I'll believe when I see it. What if they were to clean it up? Wouldn't that be nice? I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but wouldn't that be great? If that were to happen, then maybe I'd let myself play and stream Activision Blizzard games again, but I've been stubbornly refusing for, I guess, quite a while. What happened to the other 88 hobbits? Super hobbits? Well, I could joke and say, oh yeah, you have to consume all previous super hobbits in order to ascend to the super hobbit throne. What it really means though is only one super hobbit can exist at any given state and at a given point in time. And when another super hobbit spawns in, it replaces the existing super hobbit. So while I'm streaming, you might suddenly watch me and I will like just suddenly change shape into a completely different human being. Like mid-sentence, my voice will change. I might be a different age. I might be a different sex, different race. Everything might be completely different. I might not even be human. I might be a motherfucking bear like this guy. But I will like change before your very eyes. It'll be a very quick. Actually, no, it won't be quick. It'll be excruciating. I'll be like screaming in pain and agony for a couple seconds. And then the 90th super hobbit will follow me. Will take hold, begin their reign. Squid Game style, there it is. There can only be one. Get the special edition of this game. Oh, that's a shame, White Flare. Yeah, the collectible coin that came with it. Because yeah, TriStar were talking about how he still has his coin and the map that came with this game. That's heartbreaking, White Flare. That's awful. What is with these game crashes? What the fuck, man? Oh, hold on. Is it not crashing? It's acting like it's crashing. Civ is turn. Oh, you're right. It is turn-based. Yeah. In my mind, I do this all the time. I conflate real-time strategy with strategy. I think, oh, turn-based strategy games. That's RTS. That's the same thing. God damn it. The game is really fucking out. It does not want Martin to get on that horse. I don't think my graphics card drivers have crashed. They have not crashed, but they are struggling so bad right now. I just updated my drivers earlier today, actually. Martin, please get on this horse before the game fucking explodes. Holy moly. Alright, what if I walk away? Is he stuck? Oh god. Martin, we need to get this thing rolling, dude. Gotta get this show on the road. Let's talk to him. Maybe that'll reset him.
What is it?
There we go. There we go. Now we're smoothing. Jesus Christ. Getting NPCs to follow you and escort them is sometimes a fucking experience. It's like pulling teeth sometimes. I gotta save every like couple minutes because the game is in a very crashy mood, it seems. My computer's fine though. Like I said, it's not the drivers or anything. At least not yet. Command & Conquer, Warcraft 1 and 2. Wow, that's an impressive list then, Wyfler. Yeah, RTSs for days. Also, Oblivion Gates. I thought we were done with these. I guess we're not done with Oblivion Gates yet. Not yet. Oh, sorry for smacking the microphone just now. If Starfield comes out with not too many crazy huge bugs, that'd be cool. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. The more ambitious the game, then we know how these things go. But I mean, it would be cool. It would be cool. Hoping if I go fast enough, I'll fight this guy before Martin has a chance to get his hands too dirty. Although I think I hear dirtying happening behind me. But we were done with these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers ain't done with us, it seems. Now, Martin, can you... Oh, he teleported to his own horse. That's great. I need you to do that more often. Use your Emperor powers to teleport to your horse, please. Makes my job easier. Red Alert 3 is good, too. There's a lot of good ones. You found immortality. That's correct, JD. Yeah, JD knows I've dropped the 89 from most places. I was telling people how I recently acquired the Twitter handle, Super Hobbit, because the guy that was using the Super Hobbit Twitter handle had like, 10 followers. Never tweeted anything, but he retweeted things like once a year. Because I would check him every once in a while, just make sure he still was doing things. Like once a year, he would like retweet something, like for a contest, that kind of thing. If anyone who retweets this is entered for a drawing of a graphics card, that kind of thing. And one day I went to twitter.com/superhobbit and it said, this does not exist. And I was like, oh, and I got that shit. So I sniped it real quick. So that was the penultimate Infinity Stone, or Infinity Gem. Yeah, Infinity Stone into the gauntlet, where the final one will be Instagram. If I get the Super Hobbit Instagram account, then I'll be in good shape. However, I double checked. The Super Hobbit Instagram account posted one thing like 13 years ago, 14 years ago or some shit, and has not done anything since. I'm certain it is dormant, but, unless I was like an Instagram partner or something like that, I would be able to negotiate that. So it's just, the person would need to manually, delete their shit. I guess I could message them. I guess I could maybe see if there's still a human that manages the account. I guess I could try. For the remainder of time, says JD, yes, there shall not be none after me. Or then Supper Hobbit. That's, yeah, I eat delicious meals. The first bear tuber. Bear tuber. For Supper Hobbit. Oh, it's because we were fighting bears just now, that's why. Age of Empires 2. That's probably the one I hear the most about as far as, like, the classics go. Real-time strategy classics. Supreme Commander is good though. Yeah, I've heard Supreme Commander is a good one. There's like another one. It's like some Total Annihilation, I think, is another one that's like frequently hailed as being a really solid one from back in the day. Classic RTSs and such. Not closed yet, but soon. Custom maps in Warcraft 3. That's awesome. Every few months, this waifu. That's great, but I think I still have the battle chest. Looking at my closet right now, I know I have the StarCraft battle chest up there. Don't tell anybody. I actually have yet to play StarCraft. I own the StarCraft battle chest, but I've yet to play it. Well, that's not true. I have played it, but I've only played the multiplayer. It was at a LAN party, and I was the only person who had never played StarCraft, and everybody wanted to play StarCraft. So I was like, all right, I'll play it, and this will shock you, dear viewer, but I did not perform well. I actually kind of lost. Whoa. Why did this not, like, why did it take me a second to realize this? I was like, whoa, that's a very steep cliff. It's a very steep cliff. Yeah, it's because it just fucking ends. Where the sidewalk ends. Where the path ends. There might be a point to Martin using ice spells. Mainly using ice spells. Good question. Yeah, I'm not quite sure either. Is he a Nord? He seems like he's an Imperial. Twitter jet dive. Oh, man, JD. Yeah, that's so frustrating. Redstron VK for some cyber squatting, says Elgaso. What's VK? Viking Kings. StarCraft Brood War. Yeah, it's a game I want to play for sure. But I would want to play the single player, obviously. It's a spiritual successor. Excellent. Okay, very nice. All right, I'm gonna... Maybe I shouldn't save. Oh! Oh! I was like, maybe... Huh. Alright. Alright. I was like, well, maybe visually it hasn't loaded, but physically it has loaded. It's the... Oh, well, that explains why I've never heard of it, yeah. I like the cube of water. Or, no, it's a cube of grass, actually. There's trees down there. Hold on, I'm putting on the amulet, and I'm gonna swim down to the trees. We've entered the Forbidden Realm, and I want to explore it. This is true paradise. We found the real paradise. Water breathing. Can't see shit, though, really. All I can do is see where I've not been. Alright, now this is a physical ground. There's some grass down here. Oh my god. Look who fucking followed us. Martin, if you start drowning, so help me God. Quick. Oh! Martin, follow me. Quick. Quickly, before you drown and I fail the quest. We need to get around this somehow. There he is! He lives! Right, so if I cut through this way... Jesus fucking Christ. Here.
What is it?
Look how he's... sort of looking in our general direction. I need you to wait here, fam.
I'll stay here until you're ready to continue to the Elder Council chambers. Don't be long.
Falling through geometry. Yeah, some non-Euclidean geometric bullshit happening here. We fall through here. Let's try this again. Yeah. So if you enter past that particular X coordinate, you'll end up on the other side. Just a brief... Yeah, this is the back puddles. The back lakes. What if I swim to the other side? Teleportation to get around a section of reality. Yo, Martin! Yeah, it's okay. Just walk across the plane of non-existence. Uh-oh. Martin, I told you to wait here. Where did you go? Oh, maybe I'm... Well, let's see. This is the mountain lion. God damn it. Oh, here he is. Actually, yeah, maybe we can just cut through it. You know what? Maybe we can avoid this whole situation.
What is it?
My eyes are down here.
Lead on, my friend.
Yeah, trying to get a section of reality back. Yeah, that's similar to what's happening here. What I'm hoping is that this is just a temporary thing, and the next time we save and reload, this will properly reload. I'm worried that there's other holes in the fabric of space-time that have not loaded properly. Or Maroon's Dagon is snipping out little segments of reality trying to impede our progress. So, I mean, I guess we got through it. We're gonna fight an ogre to celebrate. Oh, thank you for clipping White Flare. Yeah, that was a goofy moment for sure. Bonk. Yeah, fuck you. Sounds so sad. Or that he's experiencing incontinence. Get back on your horsey. Yeah, take your time. Don't jog or anything. Nah, just walk. It's fine. There's no rush. Feeding a moose. I always think of it, I don't know if it's the same noises, but it's similar to the stock noises you hear in Banjo-Kazooie, of all games. You remember Banjo-Kazooie, the original? And in Gobi's Valley, there's... Oh, that was weird. It looks like he was swimming for a second there. In Gobi Valley, there's the camel, who is the namesake of the valley, Gobi. You meet Gobi the camel, and he drank a bunch of water, and he's like nice and happy and hydrated. And he's like, boy howdy, I sure hope nobody ground pounds on my hump and like makes me spit out all my water. And like you then ground pound on his back to make him spit out water to feed a tree, to fill another lake, to do a couple of things. Anyway, the noises he makes are awfully similar to the noises that we hear from the ogres in this game. So my headcanon is that all ogres subsist on a healthy diet of camels, and they all make that noise. There's no ogre lore, sadly. Well, we know that ogre have layers. Oh, minotaur. We know that much. I'm sorry. Is your genitalia area glowing? Because he thinks very highly of himself. Part of the sound. Oh, really, Stoat? That's cool. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I can hear it in my mind's eye, in my mind's ear, rather. Did you get injured, my lord? No injuries. Wanna do it? Get the horse? He's thinking about it.
What is it?
Do it. Do it. There we go. There were 3. Yes, there was the one on handheld. I can't remember much about it. I never played it, but there was one on handheld. And then, yes, there was Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. There was also Banjo Pilot, which I don't know if it was ever a completed game, but there was Banjo Pilot. Was it Grunty's Revenge? Was that the Game Boy Color game, I think? There was also Nuts and Bolts, obviously, which, you know, wasn't a Banjo-Kazooie 3, but it was a third console game at least. So, yeah, there were a number of them, obviously. Not a ton, but a number. A number that is greater than 1. Do a TED Talk. Interesting, Pelican. I would be down. I would be down. It would probably be the last thing we do for the night, just because I'm looking at the time. I've been live for just over 5 hours. So we would probably use that to wind down for the night, which I'm not at all opposed to. We're still a ways away from the city. From the Imperial City. So we still got a ways before we are truly done for this particular part of the quest. This handheld, yeah, Grunty and Pilot. So yeah, so there were 2 handheld games, yeah. Apparently, Banjo Pilot, so I guess it is finished. I guess it did come out. But apparently it wasn't very good. I've heard it's pretty rough around the edges. I think Girl Vaughn actually streamed it at one point as like a kind of a one-off special during one of his Mavericks streams. And that he didn't seem like he was very much enjoying it. I can't say I blame him. It did not look great. Not the bestest. Had my sword out thinking that guy was going to challenge us outside the gate, but he did not go for it. And we're doing a tour of the Cyrodiilic countryside as we're doing this victory lap back to the Imperial City. Arena and Daggerfall. Destruction characters are fun. Like an unofficial Imperial battle mage. That's kind of cool. That's a cool title to have then. Now, this was the place where there were the invisible people, right? Oh, Ayleswell? Yeah, I think so. I think that was where they were cursed with the invisible spell that one mage who was experimenting nearby down here at Caractacus. Caractacus. He was experimenting with wide-reaching invisibility spells that lasted super long time, and he accidentally affected the whole damn town and fucked everybody over. Doggy.
We'll never forget how you saved us from Ankotar.
Ankotar, that's the guy.
Magic. What can I do for you?
A level of intoxication that I need to sleep. Close to finishing White Flare. Like I said, we're probably not going to be wrapping up tonight. There's Pelican. We got the TED Talk from Pelican. Also, I appreciate you, Pelican. It's very generous of, very sweet of you. Very, very considerate, being like, oh, I don't want to overdo it, Alex. I think it's very sweet. No, my general rule stands. Unless I like. Of course, I always reserve veto power, but generally speaking, if a thing is redeemable, I will usually honor it. Unless I'm doing like multiplayer games and I'm like, you know, at the behest of other people and their schedules. Then I, like with Phasmophobia on Friday, for instance, we probably won't do any TED Talks or like MS Paint challenges, those kinds of things, while we're doing multiplayer games, just because I don't want to hold up their games. Obviously, I want to make sure I'm keeping up with them and that I'm, you know, respecting their time. But when it's a single player stream like this, yeah, it's like I am the master of my destiny and I can absolutely choose when to pause the game and when to stop, that kind of thing. So it's perfectly fine. Or if my throat was tired, but I think we should be okay. Carrot cactus, delicious. The invisible village. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're a farming village that one of very, very few that somehow feed all these other large cities. There's all these large cities that have lots of food, but not a lot of farmlands that make it obvious for feeding them. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna get to just the outside of the Imperial City, and then we will, we'll wrap up for the night, and then the next stream, we will resolve what might be the last of the main quest. This might be the final main quest action, maybe. I mean, whoa, I want to attack you. With Mankar Camoran rather. Cameroon, that's a country. With Mankar Camoran dead, and the Amulet of Kings in hand, and Martin safe, and everybody else around us dead. The only lingering issue is Mehrunes Dagon could technically still reach us through the Oblivion gates, maybe. Perhaps. I'm not quite sure. So we might still have to face off with the big man himself. But that would be resolved next time. The next Oblivion stream would normally be tomorrow, but I might need to take tomorrow off. And if I take tomorrow off, then that means the next stream would be Friday. And Friday will be Phasmophobia. Although I might do Oblivion afterwards. Because Phasmophobia probably won't go super late. It'll go late, but not like crazy late. So I suspect we might just do a kind of a bonus Oblivion stream after Phasmophobia wraps up. That's what we did last time, actually. So yeah, like I said, we'll kind of get to this area here, and then we'll wrap up here, stop for the night, and then we'll do the TED Talk. I swung too quickly. There we go. As the lion vibrates with utmost intensity. 30 to 50 people. True. Yeah. We're just assuming that there's hundreds, thousands that we don't see. But yeah, it's larger as a relative. I mean, it's larger than a lot of the cities we see in Morrowind. Although Vivek is pretty big, in all fairness. 2 from in town, 30 to 50 people. Yeah, that's a fair point. Maybe it's not too ridiculous. Oh, that's right. And yeah, we also have some Majora's Mask randomizers. So yeah, to JD's point, we have Phasmophobia with Jet Dive, as well as Alina and Erlyn. We'll be doing that on this Friday. And then yeah, sometime in the future, I think sometime by the end of this month, JD, we'll be doing some Majora's Mask randomizer co-op shenanigans. It'll be a go fast attempt. And as JD knows, I know exactly zero speedrunning strats when it comes to Majora's Mask, or really any game, really. Hey, look at me. I got the Emperor at my steed, by the way.
State your business.
State your business. What's the word? All business.
The tide is turning. Bruma has been saved, and Martin Septim has claimed his birthright.
Yeah, he's right here.
It's time for every citizen to do their part. Even you.
What was that even you nonsense? Motherfucker, I'm escorting him right now. What are you doing? Fucking around on your horse? Shit. Anyway, so yeah, so we'll be trying to go fast with Majora's Mask, and I think, like JD was describing it to me, it'll be co-op in the sense that we'll both be on the same seed, but I think we'll be on our own kind of on our own individual worlds. So it won't be like Mod Loader where we're in the same world. We'll be using the same seed. So, you know, we'll be collaborating and sharing intel. But yeah, JD knows I will probably be weighing him down more than he wants to think that I will be. However, if nothing else, if I can definitely I can definitely do things. Like, I've played through the game a number of times, obviously, so you know I can competently play through dungeons. Maybe not super fast but I can do them. It's like, give me a task to chew on for a while, and I'll eventually devour it. Hundreds or thousands fully scaled. Yeah, it's like there's no way they could have everything shown in game. So maybe there's just like there's stuff that we don't see. It's really just to give us the idea without sharing or showing all thousands of people. So if you were to scale it, then yeah, I think that's probably it. It's more of what's kind of being implied here. Alright, so we're just outside of the Imperial City. I'm gonna go ahead and save here, and that's where we're gonna call it for tonight. So this is the bingo board that bingo card that I'm generating. If you wanted to generate your own, you're welcome to do so. And if you get a bingo, you're welcome to show it to us. I think you might have got one, Whiteflare. If you want, you can either post a link to your bingo card in the chat. You can access your link by going down here and then clicking this little hashtag down here or saying share. Oh, I lied. That actually wouldn't work. But you click the little hashtag tag or hashtag ID, I suppose. You can post the link and we'll double check and I'll verify. So entered an Oblivion Gate? Absolutely. We entered one big boy of an Oblivion Gate. Did we get over encumbered? You know what? I don't know if we did actually. We got close a few times, but I don't think we ever got over encumbered. But that's a rare one. We rarely don't get over encumbered. Went past. Oh wait, no, I did start late. Yes. NPC attacked us unprovoked in the city. No, not today. When I swapped swords. You're right. I would have technically temporarily been over encumbered when I had both claymores on hand. I don't know if we saw the message, but it probably did appear. I probably just didn't notice it. I did not level up today. Hit by silence. Maybe? I don't know, actually. I didn't really throw a lot of spells around today. At least not around those spellcasters. It's possible that Mankar would have thrown a silence our way. We'll see about that one. It did display a white flare. Yeah, okay, yeah, it probably would have been there. That makes sense. Did I show something unrelated, unprompted? I don't think so. Midstream bathroom break, yes. Acquired new spell. Yes, technically it was a spellbook spell, but it was a spell that we already had, but it said added spell to inventory, so we'll say it counts. I leveled up skills, and I did not level up the character though. We leveled up last time though, so next stream I'll be leveling up the character. Opened a very hard lock, no very hard locks. Improvised, yes, we broke character a little bit. We did get, let's think about this. We had let's see, we of course had Shake raid us. Who else raided us? There was somebody else who raided us earlier. Oh, Jimmy raided us. I think just those two though. I am live. Daedric Shrine. I'm going to say no on this one. No Daedric Shrines. We were in, like, Daedric things, obviously. Drink a potion. I don't think I drank any potions. Any cool things I couldn't use? Not really. Stream till 1:30. Yes, it's 1:29 now, so yes, we'll go until 1:30. A little bit later than 1:30. Stream went down? I don't think so. Glitchy NPC behavior? Yes. Not crazy, but yes. Acquired a bounty? I don't think so. Nirnroot? No. Imperial City? Not yet. References to Morrowind, yes. Lorcan was definitely in Morrowind. Game never crashes. No, it crashed twice in it, sadly. Alien Ruin, I'm gonna say that counts. I'm gonna say the Alien Ruin counts because it wasn't a ruin, but it was an alien structure. Yeah, we definitely broke character for sure. Have a good night, Lunatic Chef. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Game crashing multiple times. Usually if the stream goes down, I mean if like my computer blue screens or if I lose internet temporarily. I think that's what I'm kind of getting at. Because for a while that was happening pretty often. It doesn't happen as often nowadays. For a while there, though, I was having internet problems and the internet would like go down for like a few minutes. So, because yeah, I would say the game crashing is one thing. I think we're okay. So yeah, sadly, we escaped. We narrowly escaped actually two near bingos. Did I get any bounties? Or did I acquire a bounty today? I didn't see us get one. I didn't see us acquire a bounty. We did last stream temporarily, but I didn't see one today. Pavica says, "Show us one quick." So close, yeah. So let's see. It was Whiteflare. Yeah, if you want to post yours in the chat, you're welcome to do so, Whiteflare. Or if you want to screenshot it, you can post a screenshot in the chat, or you can post it on Discord. That's fine too. Because yeah, I'd be curious to see what you think you might have. But otherwise, unless anybody else has anything else, we're gonna wrap up here, and we're gonna find ourselves a raid target. Okay, Whiteflare says they don't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But next time, there's always gonna be a next time. We still have lots of Oblivion left. It sounds like we are nearing the end of the main quest. But like I said, we still have lots of side quest things and then expansion contents. We still got quite a lot of game left in Oblivion, if you can believe it. Pretty dang sweet.